What is up, everyone? For the first time tonight, for sure, for the first time tonight, I am wishing you all a very good evening, and I hope you are doing well. This has never happened before, so it's so unique an experience this week. Like, I can't say that enough, that like we have never done a stream tonight. Please remind me to delete the other one at the end, by the way.
Delete what one? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah. He gets it. This guy gets it. Sorry to everyone. I figured out what it was for some reason, and for the first time ever, it was playing through Discord. And so I couldn't even concentrate. So as soon as we hung up the stream, I was like, oh, Discord is the only other thing that's like open at all. But I could not concentrate or think at all with just like talking going on in my ear. Yeah. So also there's, crazy people, like I'm crazy and there are voices in my head, but I just, that plus the stream, it was just too much for me. How's it going, Carson?
Going good. As I was saying, right when the thing didn't happen in the stream that didn't happen prior.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I was in Nanaimo this weekend for Colton's speed dating service, and I just want everyone to know that I did find love, and that I came first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You came first and found love.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Are those the different symbols of the like order and faction and whatever? Like
I think so.
Factions? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's sick. Congratulations on finding love.
Thank you.
It's a big thing.
It is big.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing better now that there are less voices talking in my head. I finished watching. Have you seen Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Not yet.
I never really cared about the Game of Thrones universe shows because I love the book so much that when I watched the show, I found it very disappointing. Right. But I never read The Hedge Knight or any of those novellas that George Railroad Martin wrote back in the day. And I watched the show on a recommendation, and holy freaking moly, it's so good. It's so good. It's to me, it's way better than Game of Thrones ever was. Now, I never read the novellas again, but I finished it last night. Holy Moses. I would highly recommend it. It's the best thing I've seen since Shogun, which you told me about. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it, that it's kind of like first season of Mandalore or like Andor or something for Star Wars-esque.
It feels like that.
Obviously not similar in plot, but just like...
Not at all, yeah.
Quality for the universe it's in.
Quality, and it's just it's got its own vibe. Very unique. Totally different than The Mandalorian, obviously, but obviously very different from Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon or whatever. And it's oh man, it's so different. Like a lot of Game of Thrones is very cynical. Anyway, I'll stop talking about it. Please watch it if you guys haven't seen it. My dad said it's really good it's amazing. It honestly, I can't think of the only thing I can think of to nitpick if I was trying to nitpick is maybe the music, especially in the final episode. I was kind of what an interesting choice. It's kind of different. It's not contemporary, but it's not classical, bombastic sort of Star Wars-esque kind of music either, where it's but yeah, it's, it's so good. There's oh my God, I can't believe how good it is. Anyway, so I'll shut up now. But yeah, so I finished that last night, but I've just been busy, just kind of generally busy. What about you guys? What about you, Scotty? Hopefully we got the other people back, and they found the other stream or whatever that doesn't exist. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Exactly. Good. Did you see the Rumor Engine? I know you did because you talked about it in the chat or whatever before.
Yep. A lot of people are saying that this is a preview of a cog fort, and that makes sense to me. I mean,
it does make sense. Originally, I was like, what are you guys talking about? It clearly has some kind of piston on the bottom. It looks way too modern. But then I looked at the rivets and I'm like, oh, they're not even. They're bent. They look like old school rivets where they're heating them up and hitting them with a hammer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it might be right. I think it might be a cog fort.
It kind of seems like there's, so if you look at the very bottom left of the picture, it kind of seems like there's like a little port where maybe like a gun would stick out or something.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, it's neat. I'd like to see the whole thing. If a cog fort is actually coming, I wonder what the scale is going to be.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be terrain too, or is it going to be a model?
I have no idea.
Yeah, right. There is no terrain for cities, though, correct?
Nope.
So it kind of makes sense. It feels like, because like Seraphon 2 got a ziggurat or a pyramid or whatever, right? And that's like not really to scale either, right? Like it should be way bigger than that, but it's like the top of it. So like I feel like they can kind of play with scale a little bit, even with terrain.
Yeah.
Or it could be in like a new steam engine, and then they retire the old steam engine to the old world.
Yeah, I could see that too. That's one of the only human kit. No, there's a couple of human kits that could be replaced, but yeah, like there's the Celestial Huracanum, I think, is a human kit still.
There's almost kind of an argument for that too, because it's such an old world model that like, I'm kind of surprised they didn't earlier. I know people would be sad though. Looks like wood. I mean, I think that's like, I mean, I don't think it looks like wood, but that could be the 3D printing, which you can clearly see the lines of, by the way, because when they make these things, it's off of 3D prints. And they're like bigger scale as well, but
they might be thinking like the slash mark and like, or maybe like the to the right of the rivets. There's kind of like the lines where I could see that being interpreted as wood, but I think it's just like dented metal.
I think it's dented metal for sure, and it makes a lot more sense with like that style of rivets as well. But looks like a random chair for a cities thing. That could be. Now, this isn't Alex that we know, right? Always Strikes Alex.
Nope.
Because I swear he's always changing his name. Vanilla. He had like another name that involved vanilla, and then he had his name for a while, and then there's Mr. something Bojangles, or I forget what he's called. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway. Anyway, so it's kind of exciting though. It definitely seems like an AOS thing, which is kind of nice. I'm happy about that. And I'm also happy that it's not like one of my armies, because I'm behind with painting as it is. So, oh, Frias. Nice. What up, Alex? Thanks for joining us.
We do know him, or at least I do.
Yeah, that's fair. I know of him. I have rated more than one of his lists.
He is in the same club as Mason. They do come out strong with list names. So.
They are. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Mason always a strong contender.
Yep.
And just thanks for playing the game. Thanks for knowing the assignment, even, right?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't think I ever talked to you about this, and I don't think I was ever directly talked to about this, but Sparkle Party Deathmatch put in their pack that we're deciding the list name.
We are?
For our tournament again. Yeah.
We're doing it live. It's a live announcement. I didn't even know. That's awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so look forward to that. We're deciding the name, and we're giving out a $16 million trophy that includes dark matter and diamonds. I forget what else.
Yeah, I forgot to give Matthias his trophy this weekend.
You will never be forgiven.
And he was actually able to take out a $10 million loan from the bank because they saw the stream and they knew that he was getting the $16 million trophy as collateral. So
wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Well, I'm glad that worked out for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think he was apparently there's like some kind of island out there that's like really cheap right now that you can buy. So considering
I've heard that also.
For a private island, like I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a matter of scale. Little wax and, a wash, and You
Good
might
as
be
new.
able to, might be able to flip it,
Yeah.
So anyway, we are doing the most important shows that we do, which is the Wheel of Name, or sorry, the Wheel. Dang it,
The Wheel of Tears.
Wheel of Tears. Thank you.
It sounds much more desperate and horrible than it actually is. What do you do on Tuesdays? Well, I start up a podcast and we spin the Wheel of Tears.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Oh God. Yeah. That's normally when we do the list review shows.
Yeah, exactly.
Another person didn't know the assignment. So we have a list. So we're going to make a tier list tonight. We don't know what it is yet. It's going to be one of the things from this magical wheel. And I don't know if last week's got removed, because last week's was most exposed feat. So I'll just read them out. So we got best lore. We got refresh urgency, best fan base, hats and crests. Who would you invite to, I think it's remodel a house or something like that, which is amazing.
No, I think it's who would you invite to a barbecue?
Okay. And then who would you REN?
Renovate a single family home with.
Okay. So barbecue and then in single family home and then best standard bearer. Wait. That's an old one.
Yeah.
So I got to
forget that. We'll just skip it.
Okay. I got to remove that one. Where is, wait, how do I edit this thing?
Just don't worry about it. We'll remove it if we get to it.
Okay, sure. And then I forgot where I was now. Smell, I think, and then Smasher Pass is the last one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm gonna spin this wheel as usual, and as usual, you guys who are watching this live in the chat can vote to veto it. And because if you're just not in the mood, maybe you're not in the mood for talking about hats and crests. I don't know. Whatever takes your fancy. We will not remove it permanently though.
Yeah.
But we'll ignore one roll of it. Okay. You
Yep.
should have army crash out tier lists. That's a good idea. We are adding to them.
I want to know specifically what you mean by that.
Yeah, that's
how
true.
Are we rating?
I think I know what he means, but like I don't want to, influence. So I'll spin it.
Okay.
It is spinning. And then Carson's going to make a vote in the chat to keep or to throw away. So it's best fan base is what we got. So if you guys are in the mood to get a tier list about best fans of in the different armies of Age of Sigmar, and if not, then you should choose to veto it and we'll spin it again. And then if we get this one again, then that's what, the wheel has decided. We are at the whim of the wheel to a certain extent. We can only do so much. Okay. So vote now. It's up.
It is up. Let's say, do we want to give it 3 minutes?
Sure.
So 7:28 our time.
Sure.
Cool. Best fan base. This will be an interesting one. I feel like there's going to be some recency bias as well.
That's true.
Because we'll know how the fan bases reacted to their books dropping and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
That's not such a bad thing. Like, I think that'll be a factor. But
it'll be a factor, but for me, it's not like I'm drawing on like I think the best fans, and this is like I'm talking high level. I'm not going to talk about specifics, but I think the best fans are like the fans that like don't care as much about like the win rate. You know what I mean? That they're more just they love that army and but yeah.
the question is veto best fan base. So if you vote yes, that means you do want to veto it. Just Qual.
Yeah. So that means we'll choose something else. So yes means veto, get rid of it, and we'll choose something else effectively. But
We're at 50-50 with 2 votes.
2 votes.
We need more than 2 votes, you guys.
Come on, guys. I know you're painting right now, but just move the mouse over. And while you're moving the mouse over, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please consider liking, subscribing, and if you're watching this in the future, a comment would be much appreciated. YouTube hates us because we switched our format. And so it's like, wait, you went from only previously recorded and edited battle reports to only live battle reports. We hate you now, so screw you. But so every little bit helps. Much appreciated. Yeah, maybe you want something else. There's, best/worst smell. And I feel like some of those are not going to be as they're not going to be as obvious as you would think. Also, I think we should, if we are going to do this, if we're going to do best fan base, I think we should have a simplified tier list. Because it's not like we're playing 40K or something else. You know what I mean? Like Magic the Gathering or something like that. Like the worst fan base in AOS is better than the fan base in most other games, I think.
I think if we were to do best fan base, we have to
maybe
we
kind
wouldn't say a fan base is bad.
Yeah,
we would say
yeah.
It's not unified.
Oh
or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah, exactly. Like we could all have more categories where it's okay, this fan base is meta chaser, and
Yeah.
then, this fan base is all about the lore, and this fan base is all about the conversions or something like that. You know what I mean?
I think that makes it a little tough because that's evaluating the rules as they currently exist. But I think
no, but in my experience though, there's certain fan bases that have traditionally meta chased, if that makes sense. Guys,
Yeah.
we need a tiebreaker. Please. Actually we don't. If there is no vote, okay, there's 3 votes. Okay, good. Because
Okay.
I was gonna say, because I'll just because we don't really seem to have this totally laid out in our minds, so I'm okay vetoing this, and then we can talk about it. Sure. Maybe, yeah.
But it seems like people are voting to veto anyway, so we can...
Let's just veto it then, and
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Thank you for voting, everyone, and I'm spinning that wheel. Gonna
Spin
make
it.
you feel. Okay, it landed on best standard bearers.
Okay, so spin
So,
again.
yeah,
Remove it and spin.
remove it and spin again. Okay, here we go. We'll get there, guys. Ooh, oh yeah. Who would you renovate a house with or a single family home with? I love it.
All right.
This was suggested by someone in the chat, by the way. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was because we got so many great suggestions. So shout outs to them. If you're here now, let us know if it was you. This is a great suggestion. Okay. So
just to clarify, once again, it is who would you renovate a single family home with?
yep.
Okay. So we have to create the tier list first.
Right. I always forget about this. You're so good at remembering this. Okay.
Should we mark down the timestamp for this as well?
Sure. Yes.
So-
Okay. So 1905.
Okay. And you wanted me to put the numbers first, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
1905.
Yeah, if you could do hour, minute, second.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So who would you renovate a single family home with? So the S tier, do you have any ideas for any of the tiers?
Oh man, I was gonna say for S tier it'd be you're probably a dwarf, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or semi-professional carpenter, or S.
Semi-professional.
That kind of works.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, okay.
D would be a dead family because the family will die if they live in that home.
Yeah, exactly. Semi-pro carpenter. And then
C is carpentry not found.
C, yeah. Okay, wait, once again. I got it. What was D again? Oh, dead family. Okay, I like it. Well, I don't like it. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I love dead families. C is carpentry not found.
Oh, geez. Sorry, I made it black, and it's hard to read.
B could be
red for death. C was carpentry not found, right?
B would be BBB approved, maybe.
Nice. Not found. We'll make that orange. And then B. What was that again?
B would be BBB approved.
Oh, nice.
Like Better Business Bureau.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And then the A would be. What is A?
Oh, I can't think of any more like semi-punish.
A.
Approved for. Oh, no. We already have approved in there. How about just A-OK? I don't know.
Sure.
I'm out.
Sure.
I don't want to spend too much time on the name. If someone comes up with a cool
fair.
name, let me know.
Yeah. A-OK.
A-OK.
All right. So we've got our tier list. Where do we want to start with?
Let us start with. Let's start with destruction.
Okay.
Or should we start with chaos? Because chaos, like, they kind of build, but they also kind of destroy. So we're kind of starting in the middle.
Yeah, let's do chaos. And then let's go bottom up in chaos.
Sure. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to open up another. Or I guess we don't really need the. We don't need the website because we're not looking at models. But
it's nice to have. It's
not. I'll keep it open to the side. I don't know if do people want me to have the chat open on the side? Let me know. Okay. So chaos. So bottom up is Slavis to darkness. If you guys want me to, if you want to see it or whatever, if it's okay, I'll just keep the tiers open. So slaves to darkness. I see them right now. I'm going to put them in the middle right now. This is not a decision. I'm just kind of putting them out there. So the screen's kind of changing for people every now and again. Slaves to darkness. I mean, they build stuff, but we're talking about a single family home. So children is kind of implied. Can we agree on that as a baseline?
Yep.
So I'm going to say dead family here. Okay. Because they add spikes to frickin' everything.
That's a good point.
Like, it's the opposite of baby-proofing your home. It's just like there's spikes.
Trying to put together the Vanguard kit, and like the trim has spikes, the weapons have spikes, their helmets have spikes. It's just you're right.
Exactly. And or like I put together like some chaos-themed terrain a lot. And I got like injured, and I'm not joking, unfortunately. I got injured putting it together in real life. So there's also the fact that like a lot of it's like probably kind of tainted, you know, like
Paul says no carpentry, only trim.
Exactly. Yo, what up, Ludificus?
This house is only trim. It's got spikes everywhere.
And spikes, yeah. It's only metal.
It's just made of steel.
Exactly.
So it's not comfortable at all. Yeah, this would be not. Yeah, this family's dead.
And also, they're not really builders either.
No, they're not. You did say that at the beginning, but I agreed with you, and now I disagree. I'm just agreeing with what you're saying. But yeah,
that's okay.
Especially the Dark Oath, like,
right?
They're like Conan the Barbarian era.
Exactly. They're like anything that they put together. It like no one does carpentry even as like a hobby. Like
even their terrain, it's
It's like dilapidated.
It's just rocks on fire, basically.
It's rocks on fire, and like the metal bit is like on an angle. It's not even straight up and down. It's like leaning. It's like couldn't you have put your trash like 90 degrees, man? Like, does no one have a T-square at all? Like, this is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we forgot to mark the time.
Oh, right. My apologies. It's 25:30. It will work for that.
Oh, that'll work for that. Okay.
Like, I mean, like it's late, but like at least it's in there, and I can always adjust it for later. So if people want to get the final tier for Slaves to Darkness, we're saying Dead Family just because of all the sheer amount of spikes, the lack of any like Chaos Dwarves, like what we said earlier is like true of them, where they've got chaos funk going on, like, you know, maybe like an Indian burial ground or some kind of, you know, bad whatever, like something that's, you know, you're building where you shouldn't supposed to be kind of deal, but they're dwarves, so like they're builders, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying anything about dwarves right now, but I'm just saying like that's sort of the push and pull, I feel like, of this, right? So, but like Slaves of Darkness really don't have anything going for them. They're just, they're not builders, and they've got a lot of spikes, and it's just not safe for the kids, man. You know, like they're what do you call it? The childproof lock would probably have spikes on it. Like the adult would probably get injured trying to get the childproof lock off. Like it's that bad, right?
I think the child wouldn't be able to open the door. I think that it would succeed in that part of its functionality.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But the kid would die in the process.
The kid would die, exactly. Yeah. So just nothing is working for them. Terrible. Yeah. I feel like I agree with that. Okay.
So Dead Family. All right.
Dead
Family.
Family.
Then we can go to Skaven.
So Skaven's going to be 27, 14 or 13 actually will work, just to keep it thematic as possible. So Skaven. This is honestly, I wish we were saving them for the end, because this is one I'm serious. We're gonna have to come back to them already. I'm saying this. We're gonna have to come back to them.
Okay.
Because they're builders. They've got a lot of funky stuff. But what was it? Qual mentioned earlier, you can bully them. Like they've got a lot of mixed sort of messaging and whatnot. Like very cheap labor. You've got slaves, you know, but they're technological. But they're probably going to poison you with warpstone, like not even on purpose. You know what I mean? Like the microwave is like a walk-in microwave, where you zap it, but you're in there with it. You know what I mean?
Keep in mind too that this is who you would build a single-family home with.
Oh, that's a good point.
And one of the key things that you have to keep in mind when you're doing any sort of project with your buddies, you got to buy beer and pizza for them, right?
That's true. Have to. That's true.
There are going to be so many Skaven working on this house.
That's true.
There's going to be like dozens of them.
But can I just kill them at the end? Like, can I just throw them in the walk-in microwave at the end and just kill them?
You could.
Betrayal is expected. It's like, it's not a bug. It's a feature.
That's fair. Yeah. You'd ask them to do like the walk around, and then they would enter the microwave room, and you just shut the door and then microwave.
Exactly. You know, like the spiked pit in the children's playroom, like I'd just, like cover it with a carpet, and then just be like, hey, could you make sure that the carpet, or just put like some warpstone on it, like, hey, could you check out the carpet in the children's playroom, just like stomp on it and see if it works, and then woo, and then I just put another one down, and then I just keep doing that until they're all dead.
Fair enough. So you're saying that it would be a functional house.
Yep.
But it would be dangerous.
It would be dangerous, for sure.
So in contrast to Slaves of Darkness, where it would be non-functional and dangerous.
Yeah.
This is functional but dangerous.
But also technological.
Yeah.
Like they're on the forefront of technology and sorcery, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But still technically a house.
Still, and not only that, but like, and it'll work, Okay.
Where are you leaning on this?
It feels wrong, okay, just because thematically, okay, and I'm saying we're going to have to come back to this. Like, I have to give it more thought. I'm glad that they came up early, because I need to, like, process it, okay? But as usual, I'm putting Skaven in the middle. BBB approved, You know, can we put like BBC approved, like Better Business of Chaos approved?
Nope, because there's another thing that stands for that we probably shouldn't put on there.
BBC, the British Broadcasting Center.
Nope, not that either.
What?
Let's move past it, my
The
friend.
BBC is a British.
Please move past it.
But that's literally the most.
Rob, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Then, but I mean, like, anyway. Okay. Fine. Okay. How about BCC approved? Better Chaos Construction approved.
But no one knows what that's going to stand for at the end. We have the context, but other people won't.
Fine. I'll just leave it. Can we? Okay. Where do you think Chaos or Skaven should go?
I agree with B.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get at when it's like functional but not comfy.
Okay.
Or functional, but yeah, because it's like.
I was just fighting against the fact that the Better Business Bureau would ever approve of something that a Skaven built, like out of hand. But
here's the thing. Skaven get their hands on everything. And if you think that they don't have
that's true.
Like a man on the inside at the Better Business Bureau.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just going to be like a rat with a mustache.
Well, and like even if dwarves are building it, Skaven are building something underneath it. You just don't know about it. So better to have them involved.
Yeah.
You know? That's probably not true. But the last word is rooster, Rob. Okay. I was like, as long as it's not political, to be honest, like I'm even fine with. I thought it was political for some reason.
No, it's not.
I see. Yes. No, I do know. I got it now. Thank you, Ludivicus. As usual, you're helping me out. They even build more rats, and look how many babies they have. That's true. Okay, shag, tongue carpet, and Conrad Kerr style. Yeah, exactly. Clap on warpstone lightning or warp lightning. That is so sick. Clap on. It's just like that's what I would do, and then that's how I kill all the Skaven at the end. Is I'm just like, no, I turned it off. The warp lightning is off. You know, I just need you guys. That's where we're having the party. We're getting all the black corn, and then be like, just kidding. Clap on. Oh man, that's amazing. I almost want to put it in A-OK just from that one comment. Okay, what do we got next?
Nurgle, what time is it?
32:50. Nurgle. Oh man, this is a hard one.
There's going to be a lot of mold.
There's going to be a lot of mold and feces. And
yeah, they're not known
and
for
stuff's going to be
things.
made out of squishy, you know? Like everything's going to be squishy and wet. I don't know. I think Dead Family.
Like, either Dead Family or Carpentry Not Found. It might.
Right.
I worry that there's going to be a lot of dead families in this series.
We'll see. We might have to adjust at the end.
Yeah,
but I mean, I feel like Slaves to Darkness and Nurgle are going to be the two worst ones.
It's pretty bad.
Any of them, right?
Nurgle flavored hot tub water. Yeah.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Okay, I'll
around the back of the house, like, welcome to the glot tub.
Yeah, exactly. And like, there's going to be
water.
You know, there's going to be leeches in there too.
Oh yeah,
leeches in poop water. I don't know. This might be worse than Slaves to Darkness. Like, at least they're like, what does Nurgle even build?
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Slaves to Darkness, that family will die.
Yeah, for sure.
The Nurgle house with the glot tub,
the
family might just convert to Nurgle, and
yeah, that's true.
They might be really happy.
That's true. That's true.
They might have a great time.
But like, don't you have to be like aware? You have to be like probably like have 1 foot in the worshiping thing. But I guess they might see the symbology and they might be like, what's this Nurgle? Like, so I'm going to say like above slaves, but still dead family.
That's my argument for above slaves. Because like with slaves,
fair.
There's no argument.
There's no, yeah, exactly.
But there's a world where...
And by the way, like all of death isn't going to automatically be dead family. Like,
no.
Because like you can convert to their style before you die, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I like it. And it's, yeah, okay, I like it. Best thumbnail. It's so good. Carson made that one. I can't take any credit. Okay. What's next?
Next is going to be. Oh god, I lost it.
And give us your guys' feedback in the chat here.
Hashut.
Okay, this is. I'm looking forward to this. This one's going to be a little harder.
Time.
3540.
540. Hashut. Okay.
Yeah, Hellsmiths of Hashut. I mean, like, smithing is in the name, right? Like, making stuff is in the name.
So I think we have to approach this the similar way that we did the Skaven, in that this will be a very functional house. This will be one of the most well-built houses.
It will.
Of all time.
It will.
Yeah.
It will.
Will it be safe? And will you enjoy building this house with them?
Okay, here's what I'm going to argue.
Okay.
It's dwarven construction, and everything found in the Hellsmiths of Hashut was designed with a function in mind, and it accomplishes that function. It's just everything so far, the function has been death, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But no one asked them to design a kitchenette. You know what I mean? Or like, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen them design a half bath or a walk-in shower.
Or bay windows.
Or bay window, exactly. So I think that I'm going to argue that they should go in semi-pro carpenter and like, but probably at the bottom or the top of AOK, just because it's like, it's going to function and it's going to do the function. It's kind of like building a house with like lead pipes. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to work properly. It's just, there's some pretty bad voodoo in there, you know? So like over time.
When you turn on the faucet, there's the screams of 1,000 slaves that had to build this home. But like,
I'm going to say, actually, I'm kind of leaning towards top of AOK now.
I think AOK, yeah. Because I don't know that the dwarves of Hashut will be concerned whatsoever with making this house comfortable.
It's true. I also feel like
function.
That's true. And like, even though they have access to a lot of slaves, I think that it's still not going to be good because of like, they're just like, you know, they're still going to charge you an arm and a leg. So it's not going to be cheap. And I think it'll be functional. But yeah, I think AOK seems pretty good.
Yeah. And you better hope that this family's not tall.
That's another thing. Although, like, I think they're the measure twice, cut once type of, you know.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they're dwarves, you know.
Yeah, I should have an awesome kitchen. Yeah, I think the stove would be great.
Exactly, and by the way, the Stormcast Eternals, all their armor, all their stuff is designed by a dwarf god, and like all of that's the right size.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So we shouldn't discriminate. Oh, good. It's not feet, says Keith. That was last week. Or no, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Hashut would have an awesome kitchen. It would probably like dual function as like a forge, to be honest, which would be sick.
Yeah. The toilet would probably suck you into it, or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would just I think
it would just
fire the turd at your neighbor's house or something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes my neighbors piss me off. You know what I mean? Like that might be good. And then,
your neighbor does like a noise complaint on you, and you're like, you know what? And then like walk into the bathroom.
Boom! Just a hole in the side of their house. You know?
Yeah.
And the cops show up.
Is right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Is right.
Okay.
Right.
What do we got next?
Slaanesh. This is
39, 36. Slaanesh. Oh man,
I don't have high hopes for this one.
I don't have it either, but like, what do they? I mean, you know, okay. They're not in Dead Family, just because whatever they make will be stylish. It's not good for. It's not family orientated, but if you're family is a bunch of sex perverts and you're just like, I want to make like a sex dungeon, that's where you go. But it's very niche.
There is a Netflix show about
about this.
Well, about people getting sex dungeons put in their
Oh, is
house.
there really? That's so funny. Okay.
And I think they would be excellent at this.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
One other thing is that so they have the chops to build good stuff. And my example is if you go to Glutos,
Yep.
look at Glutos and look at the giant thing that he's riding.
That's true.
That is like perfect gold trim, like marble.
Yeah.
Marble creations, like really
That's
nice,
true.
like color balances too. Like
that's true.
I think that mom and dad are gonna love this house,
especially if they're sex perverts.
Yeah.
So most of us, of you watching at home, probably would like a house made by Slaanesh. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of mirrors.
That's true.
Lots of mirrors.
Yeah.
Too many mirrors probably.
Yeah.
That makes the house look bigger.
Yeah,
right?
it's
That's
true.
one of the biggest tips that they give you is that if you have a small space, put in a mirror and it makes it look bigger. Right.
And you want it on the ceiling too, right? I always wanted one on the ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm a pervert. So.
Yep. All things in excess, including the paid optional extras. That's right.
Yeah. I do think there would be some danger. Like there would be a reasonable amount of danger.
Yes. Psychological
and like they don't care if you're like part of the features of the sex dungeon would be like cutting and like, you know what I mean? Like aggressive nipple clamp machines. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I
didn't know they had those. Wow.
Yeah. And what do you call it? Like the bed might be like a bed of spikes. Like one of those like Indian style bed of spikes, bed of nails or whatever, or like even one of those you know what a Shakti mat is?
Yep.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't have there wouldn't be as much silk as you would hope for. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I don't know. This one's hard though.
It is hard.
And you would be hard, like constantly, just even walking around, right?
Yeah.
They might even have like magic mirrors that just like undresses people when you look at their reflection.
No tile in the bathroom. It's just tongue.
Oh, gross. So I'm thinking, I would love to hear the chat's thought on this and your thought on this. I'm personally thinking BBB approved, but above Skaven.
I'm thinking the same thing. I don't think it's A-OK. We haven't seen evidence that they're like incredible builders.
No, exactly.
But they are very detail oriented. That's
exactly.
For sure.
And stylish, for sure.
And stylish. Yeah. 100%.
Okay. I'll put them there for now, but if someone has like an argument why they should be higher or lower, I'm happy to hear. Your thoughts. Demonic possession. That's true. Scotty makes a good point. Actually, honestly, that's almost a point for them just going below Skaven. I would never put them in carpentry not found though, because they're pretty nice craftsmen and women. Carson immediately stops the show to go search for that machine. Yeah.
I gotta go.
yeah, I gotta go. And he just like pieces out. Oh shoot. We awakened something in him.
Yeah.
They have those. Amazon has them. I gotta go.
The House of Bezos itself. My goodness.
What is the fastest shipping option on the nipple clamp machine? Okay, what's the next one?
Tzeentch. What's the time?
It is 44:14.
44:14.
Yeah.
Tzeentch. Would you like to build
Good
a
old
single family
Tzeentch.
home with Tzeentch? If you like living in a fun house, I think you would love.
Yeah. I mean, like entertainment wise, and like it would probably be on the forefront of technology too. Like you'd probably have like a portal that goes from like the bedroom to the front door. You know what I mean? And like the bathroom to like the kitchen. And you probably have like magical like cooking appliances, and like they're always on the forefront of technology and change, but it wouldn't like it also like there'd be like a 1 in like 20 or 100 chance that it might betray you. You know, it might not do the thing just to kind of fuck with you a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You
Yep.
might be
Also,
like, yeah,
never go into dad's study.
yes, yeah, that's
You're not
true.
allowed in dad's
You're
study.
not allowed in dad's study. That's true. But it would have an excellent library,
It would.
like an amazing library.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm talking myself into A-OK, but below Healthsmiths for sure.
Those new obelisks they built are pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, forefront of technology, great libraries. Like there's no real, other than just being chaos in general, there's no real downside to it.
I think
They're
the
just
only
not
thing is
dwarves.
that I don't think this would be an enjoyable place to live for a child.
That's true. Yeah, you're talking. I mean, but like, imagine like you know what a mobile is.
Yeah.
Imagine a Tzeentch mobile, and they'd probably grow up pretty smart. Like learning would be a big part of their, you know, the household. Like the walls would probably like turn into TVs or like some kind of like Bill Nye the Science Guy like kid show, you know, style kid show. I think it would be enjoyable. I don't think it would be totally safe though.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it would be totally safe either. I think this is the one that obviously there would be the most psychological damage danger.
That's true. That's true. But maybe
Paul
you
says-
like that.
Qual says actually building a house with Tzeentch would be a nightmare. They do nothing in the correct order. The roof would be finished before you have any floors. That's another thing to consider too, is that we're building the house with them, right?
Oh, that's true.
The architect is going to be an asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not going to show you anything.
And Kairos is in there and he can only see the future and the past, but he can't like look at what he's nailing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That's a good point. Oh man. That does
I
take
don't
them
think this is-
down.
I think that they should be BBB approved, but top of BBB approved.
That's fair. We can always come back to it. You guys are making excellent points. I personally, I think I would still put them in the top of A. What's that? Your children would be equal parts well-educated, highly intelligent, completely insane, and have their souls taken by the toilet roll holder. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. But like, that's not really that different than California.
Place your hand on it after you finish using it.
Exactly. But again, it's not really that different than just growing up in like the San Francisco Bay Area.
No.
You know, and I can say that because like most of my family grew up there, including my mom.
Yeah.
So
Giant bird man kicks down the doors, tells you that he's going to show you the greatest knowledge that's ever been, and then you don't remember anything ever again.
No. And then you do meth off of the kitchen sink.
Yep.
Yep. So what I'm trying to say is Tzeentch sounds pretty good. It sounds like a popular option, but not necessarily the best one for everyone. Hence the mass migration out of California, you know? So, okay. Well, I'll leave it there for now. And we'll move on to the next one, which is
Blades of Khorne.
Blades of Khorne 4842. Oh man, this one, I don't know. It's the same thing. It's like Slaves to Darkness, but I think it's going to be even more poorly built. It's like going to be built out of bone.
I think Blades of Khorne is like the equivalent of, imagine you're building a whole house, like you're supposed to have an engineer, an architect, and builders, right?
Yeah.
In this, you only have the builders, and it's only the new guys.
Yeah, it's only the new guys, and they're like frat house guys, like fresh out of college.
Exactly.
Didn't even graduate. But also the problem too is like they're gonna be like, no, like I'm gonna be like, okay, let's make the foundation out of like concrete, you know? And they're like, no, let's make it out of bone. I'm like, why would you make it out of bone? It's like, sure, it's harder than lumber, but like just make it out of concrete. And we're like, okay, we'll see this one thing to you. Okay. Let's make the what do you call it? The main structure out of like 4x4 cedar, double coat. And they're like, no, let's make it out of bone. I'm like, why are we making it out of bone? That doesn't make
because
any
their buddy
sense.
owns the bone company.
Yeah, I know, but like it's still going to be more expensive. It's always more expensive to use bone for anything. Okay.
They can get it for cheap.
That's true. They can
They'll get it real
for
cheap.
They'll get it.
Um,
But they're
family
still
might not
gonna,
make
no.
it
But they're
inside.
frat guys though, so they're gonna charge you full price though.
yeah,
They're
they
just
will.
gonna steal your money,
Yeah.
because they're gonna be drinking beer. I don't know, man.
That being said, the skull altar,
That's true. It is
Not a
actually
bad
that's
looking
true.
piece of
A
architecture.
lot of spikes though.
Yeah, but it's full of bones. It's exactly what you said. The entire foundation is just bones.
It's bones.
You're like,
I don't
guys,
know.
I don't want this many bones.
No. And they're not and Khorne cares not how people died, right? So like they're gonna be putting traps in there that you did not ask for just to have more people die.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna be honestly, I think they're gonna be the worst. I think they're gonna be lower than Slaves to Darkness because they're trying to fuck you over with more death.
I don't think this house is going to have any plumbing or electricity either.
You
This
think?
Khorne is not where the sewage
Exactly.
flows.
And yeah,
It's
everything that's their answer to everything. Like
Yeah.
Khorne cares not whether your beer is warm or cold, motherfucker. Like, god dang it, that can't be your answer to everything. I think hope you like
That's true.
brass. That's true. I'm not really into brass. Although
some people, or is it everyone? Like your skin turns green when you're touching brass too much, right?
yep, that's true. Yeah.
So
Although it doesn't like rust. So there's that.
that's true.
But that's just gonna, I don't know. But then you need all that polish, whatever it's called, the thing that you use to polish up silver and brass.
Yeah.
So it's
And
gonna
let's-
cost you a lot of money there too.
Let's not forget, Khorne likes their fair share of spikes too.
They do. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of spikes in their thing. Honestly, I think they're the worst so far. I think they're even lower than, because like Slaves of Darkness, like if you look at their armor and stuff like that, there's an argument to be made that they would make stuff skookum. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But like Khorne doesn't even do that. They're just like, yeah, we're naked. It's cool. You know?
Yeah, this would be a nightmare. I think this
Yeah.
is family.
I think
for
this
sure.
is the worst one
Yep. So far.
so far. Now, again, we definitely got them really wrong last time. So correct us in the chat. Keep watching till the end. Listen to the explanations if you're watching this in the future. Yeah.
All right. So that was all of chaos. Do you want to do order, death, or destruction next?
Let's do death because I'm the most like. I think they're the hardest.
Let's go bottom up again. Soulblight Gravelords.
Soulblight Gravelords. Oh man, it's pretty rickety, pretty rusty. A lot of stuff.
Crimson Keep though.
That's true. If you're rocking with Castly, then you're probably doing pretty good. If you're rocking Virkos, though, probably there might be a lot of furs and stuff. They seem to like to have furs, like they have furs draped over everything. You know?
Yeah,
Bear
if they're working
rugs and-
together, it could actually be kind of nice.
That's true. And like the labor is free.
Yeah, just zombies.
Just
Yeah.
zombies and skeletons and stuff. You know? The heavy lifting is done by the Barrow Guard. Or the whatever they're called.
Nice curtains. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, very nice curtains. And they scored very high with the banners. So all
Yeah,
the
they know how to
drapery.
make stuff look good.
Yeah, that's true. They've got vampires famously stylish. Might be a little cold though. I feel like they wouldn't be too interested in making it, insulation. But also famously, nice Gothic architecture and whatnot. Oh man, this feels weird. Do they have spikes though?
No, they're not super into spikes.
Not
like they have
super.
some pointy armor, but
I know the terrain does, but
yeah.
but overall not bad. And it's on top. It's not down where you would care so much.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe that'll keep the stupid what are they called? Flickers. Like the flickers. They're like woodpeckers.
Yep.
They land on my house and we have like a metal chimney and they'll just be like gang, 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 and like the whole house hears it. Super annoying. Put spikes on that bad boy. Now you don't got to deal with flickers.
That's true. All the spikes are on the exterior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on the roof and shit. You don't need to worry about that. Oh man, I think they got to go in A-OK.
I would say bottom of A-OK.
Bottom, yeah, no, I agree with that, but I just can't find a reason to put them in BBB, like to
Other
drop
than
them
maybe
down.
like a little cold, a little stinky,
A little
maybe.
cold, yeah, yeah. You know, like the metal might be a little rusty,
Yeah.
but
We'll probably build it on top of a graveyard. Like the location will probably not be great,
that's true.
but
But the real estate might be cheap,
that's true.
you know, because you're
Yeah,
on a graveyard.
I think bottom of AOK makes sense to me.
Yeah, you know, like in the context of this universe, I feel like it does make sense.
Oh, we didn't say the time for this one either. Oops.
Oh, do we not?
No.
My apologies. So 50, we'll just say 5500. And then, so that was Soulblight Gravelords. So you have to go back a little bit probably to see our reasoning behind it. But they ended up in the bottom of A. And weirdly, by the way, their armor too is immaculate. Their armor is pristine and dope. So
Yep.
like they know how to make stuff when the need arises.
That's
I don't
true.
know who's making it, by the way. Like the vampires probably aren't making it themselves. You know,
I don't know. To get that level of precision, they can't.
it's got to be pro. You know,
Yeah.
so
Zombie
anyway.
dwarves? I don't know.
Yeah, zombie dwarves. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Got a
like,
lot of
that's
options.
that's
Everyone
just
dies.
a modeling option. Yeah, that's just a modeling issue. Yeah, I want undead dwarves at some point. Okay. What do we got next?
Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Ossiarch Bone Reapers 5643. Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Okay. This is going to be tough because well built for sure. It'll definitely be well built. And they got the Khorne prob where everything's got to be made out of bone, right? But they have those resources, but that's their main thing. Like a Skaven's not going to charge you, like a Skaven's going to sell you gold super cheap, but Warpstone, they're going to sell you like really expensive. So Ossiarch Bone Reapers, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg, literally, for their bones, right?
I can't think of a more classic landlord relationship.
Yeah. That's so
Where-
true.
They're literally going to be taking your arms and your legs as tithe for building this house,
Exactly.
right? Like you're forever indebted to them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So if you don't have the bones to pay up front, you're going to have to
Give me your kids' bones.
give them your kids' bones or just kill a bunch of people and take their bones. Like I think
Yep.
I think they'll accept either option.
I don't think it's going to be a great situation. And
I don't
know that
think so. Yeah.
they're good at building themselves up, but have we seen them build any sort of structure of any kind?
Just the bone tithe nexus, but I think that thing's alive.
It's just, yeah, and it's just pillars.
Yeah, it's just
Like-
pillars. That's true. Ooh, man. I really wouldn't have thought. Now, the bones, like their armor and stuff, is that like alive? Is that part of them? Like their shields and stuff wouldn't be, right?
I don't know. Another thing to consider too is that when you're building the house with them, every one of them is going to be like 10 people crammed in one body. So they're going to be impossible to talk to,
That's so true.
right?
Yeah, and like although like the stalkers would have like 4 arms and like 3 faces, so they're like multitasking at least.
Yeah. And when you buy them the beer and pizzas, like will flip around and one will be like, I'm gluten free. And the other one will be like, I only eat bread. And then the third one,
That's
Yeah.
You're making
be
very
awesome.
solid points right now. I just want to take a look at I'm going to pull up the page because I want to look at like the thrones. Oh, and there's the chariots now. I don't know. I think the chariot's kind of average looking if I'm being honest, but I kind of want to look at like the throne.
Keith is saying they have big fortress things and statues in the artwork. LOL, like breaking them. The thing was that like
It's a good point.
the nature of them is they don't need comfort and they don't know comfort, right?
Right. That's true.
So I don't think they'd be particularly concerned or good at making a comfortable home.
I think you're right. I do think it would be pretty functional though. Like you got this chair that this dude's sitting on and it walks around. Not very fast, but none of my chairs walk around. I got to roll them around like, you know.
Yeah. But these people have been dead for ages. They don't need to eat. They don't need
Yeah.
to use the washroom.
That's
like
true.
they would just make a bedroom for you and you'd be like, "Where's the toilet?" And they'd be like, "What's that?"
That's true.
I don't know what
That's true.
you do. You do what multiple times a day? Sorry.
You expel waste from your body.
Yeah.
What?
Why would you do that? You should keep all of the
just keep
all
it all
of the nutrients.
Yeah. Oh man, this one's hard. I don't know.
I think this should be either bottom of B tier or top of C tier, because I don't think that this would be a particularly good home to live in, and you're always going to be in debt to them after they make.
Yeah, that's true. I think you convinced me.
Like, this is the friend that you do one thing, or sorry, they do one thing for you, and then they're constantly asking you favors afterwards just because they helped you once.
I mean, although, but like Keith said, like, the stuff that we see in the art is pretty nice. I'm going to say bottom of B tier, but for all of the reasons that you just stated.
Sure.
Okay. And we might have to adjust because there's no one in Carpentry Not Found. But I feel like I know at least one where that's going to be the case. So what do we have next?
Nighthaunt.
That's the one I was thinking of. They don't build anything. They just like inherit shit.
And even if they did build something,
yeah,
like, they're ghosts. They probably wouldn't build doors. They would just like float through the walls.
Yes. But it's not egregious. It's not like Dead Family. It's just like I feel like it's quintessential carpentry. Oh yeah, by the way, 101 for the timing. 00. 1 hour, 1 minute, 00. Where did Nighthaunt go? Nighthaunt. So yes, as just discussed, I feel they're quintessential Carpentry Not Found. They're not making anything bad. They're just not really making anything.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a 50% chance that they can't hold the ladder for you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Depending on whether they roll their
ethereal.
Or not. Yeah. Ethereal.
Or I guess the new rules,
it's unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very unlikely.
That's true. Although they got the ward and everything. So maybe they'll just barely catch it at the end by the ectoplasm. Yeah. Although I feel like the plus side, because you're building it with them, they're not the only ones doing the work, so you can help. So you could be like, hey, could you look in the wall and tell me if this lines up? So there'd be some advantages, but they're mostly they just really wouldn't be building anything at all.
Yeah,
I don't think that
it'd be pretty awful.
Yeah. They're more like squatters than builders, inheriting stuff. Wouldn't let Nighthaunt have nice things. That's true, but like we're building it together. It's for us. It's not for them. I think it'd be okay. I don't know. I think they're quintessential Carpentry Not Found.
You'd be doing most of the work.
You would, but then it's better than having everything alive and made out of poo and feces and stuff, whatever.
Yes, that's true.
Like it's definitely better than Dead Family, I think. Okay.
Just asking your Nurgle buddy to help you build a home, they're like, oh yeah, I'll help.
yeah, exactly. I'm so into this. You're just like, why are you this into this? You're supposed to sigh dramatically and ask about the pizza situation and beer.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Spec, Flesh Eater Quartz.
This is going to be another difficult one. 10400 Flesh Eater Quartz. Flesh Eater Quartz. Oh man.
They think this house is going to be amazing.
That's true.
This is like
enthusiasm.
The super optimistic friend that doesn't actually have any talents whatsoever.
True.
Like they're just like over promising constantly. But I think it's just going to be like a treehouse type situation. Like it's not going to be functional at all.
Look at their bone throne. It's like too immaculate.
It is pretty immaculate.
Yeah.
But is this another bone situation?
No, but they don't care about the bones. They'll give
Maybe
you the bones.
family
They
gets
just want
made
the
into
meat.
the home.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to
Always
say.
where the
I'm a
heart
little
is,
worried
and they
about
just,
that.
like
But
jam your heart into the
I
floorboards.
think there's
or
a
something.
50-50 chance. I don't think they're going to make the family out of meat, but when they invite you to dinner, there's a 50-50 shot that you are dinner or you're eating. I mean, there's two choices. Either you are dinner or you are eating other people. Like that really famous short story that that they wrote. I think it was during Malign Portents, when there's this guy and he's going to dinner with an FEC like banquet, and he's just surrounded by ghouls, and they're not hurting him, but they've got like this, like human meat or something in front of him, and then I can't remember what happens in it, but it was really good. Regardless, I don't know. This one is really difficult.
It says, when you first move in, the house is terrible, but over time it grows on you, and you learn to appreciate the grandeur of it. That's a good point.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. But
the family would learn to love it. I think that's true.
That's
and when
a good
it's time
point.
to move, they would kill all their friends and family and eat them for dinner.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's not the end of the world. Like,
No, definitely not.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be friends. It'd probably just be like their neighbors again.
Yeah.
And who likes their
That's fair.
neighbors?
They're like, I think I'm going to build out the west wing of this house. And then they just run into their neighbor's house,
Yeah.
kill them and eat them.
Kill them and eat them. Would you like to come over for dinner? Cool.
Gets them every time.
Gets them every time. Okay. Ultimately, where are we landing on this?
I don't know. This is tough.
Yeah, this one's the
I think
hardest
this
one
is
so far.
probably a carpentry not
That's
found,
what
to
I
be
wanted
honest.
to say. I'm glad you said that. But are they? They're above Nighthaunt because they're not. Are they above?
I have water. Thank you. Sorry.
No worries. It was very important. You do need water.
Yeah. She was trying to pour the water into my glass. I'm like, I have a full. I'm good.
Nice. Very nice. Very kind.
No, absolutely not. Not nice. Not kind.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't need hydration.
But more important than hydration is, where do we put FEC? Are they above Nighthaunt? Or are they below Nighthaunt?
Above. I think they're going to be better than Nighthaunt. I think.
But don't forget about the thing where you're like, hey, can you look in the wall?
That's pretty nice. I think the Flesh Eater, like if they're genuinely trying to help you.
That's true. And they are enthusiastic. They're an enthusiastic bunch.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
And
think
they're
it'll be fun,
friendly.
too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, good point. Good point. And like, you could just put human meat on the pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
As
you're
long
probably
as
going to get syphilis from their horrible turd claws, but
That's true.
it's not. You'll live. The family will be okay.
Yeah, because they're just eating offal and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But like Keith said too, when it grows on you. It's a grower, not a shower. Like the
That's
BBC,
Yeah.
So
That's right.
hey, BBC can be beautiful. Great broadcasting network. They have a lot of documentaries.
Yep.
Anyway,
So
what is
destruction
next?
or order?
Oh, okay. Oh man, I think order, because destruction seems the most obvious, and so I feel like we're gonna kind of get down to the weeds there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom up, Sylvaneth.
Sylvaneth. This is another one I was thinking about earlier. I feel like
What time is it? Sorry. The
it's 108:50.
50. Sylvaneth.
I think Sylvaneth would be semi-pro carpenter. They would just grow everything into fruition. And like, imagine if you like, instead of having like walls made out of wood, you had just a tree that grew around you and was the wood.
That's true. The moment this family tries to put up a family photo, they just put a nail in the wall. The spirits will eat this family from the inside out, though.
That's possible. So it comes with a warning.
Yep. Don't change anything.
Don't change anything without our approval. Because they could
That's
probably...
true. You could just ask. Yeah,
you could just ask, like, because like we're
Little
also
branch.
renovating too. You're not just building, you're renovating. So like,
Yep. Yep.
They could be part of that process. What's the downside though? Like I feel like you could have like you'd have magical fruits growing, and like the electricity would be like bio electricity, magical electricity. Like what's the downside?
Yeah, I think if you go along with everything they say,
Yeah.
and you learn to like coexist with them,
Like,
it'll be very like it'll be
As
incredible.
long as everything's approved.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And like I don't know, they might even have like self-cleaning carpets or something like that.
that'd be pretty
All
cool.
natural. You know?
Yeah, be like having a smart home. You can ask nicely to
Yeah.
grow and change what you need. Likely zero carbon footprint. Yeah, that's true.
Like, and then you'd probably get like a rebate on your house from the government, because you know how like if you upgrade and you get like stuff that's easier on the environment, you get like money back from the government, at least in Canada.
Yep,
Build it in Canada, build it in Guyran, you know?
that's true.
And yeah, I mean, and it'd probably be like very well insulated. Like if you live inside of a tree, it'd probably be really good insulation.
But David says there would be tons of wildlife infestations because I don't think that they would care about there being wildlife on the inside of this house. I still think they get rated highly,
I still
but I
think
suspect
I
there's
still
going to
think
be
they're in
something that beats it
semi-pro.
out for. I think semi-pro is fine, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
bottom of semi-pro.
Bottom
I know
semi-pro.
it's the only one there right now, but
And like
Yeah.
and like it depends on the wildlife too, right? Like the
Alariel's HOA is incredibly punitive. Yeah.
that's putting it mildly.
Like we just wanted to trim the grass a little bit. You wanted to what?
Yeah. You might also get like some kind of like door-to-door Kurnothi trying to recruit you to like go hunt with Kurnos, you know,
Yeah.
or something like that. So like there'd be minor inconveniences, I think.
A fey trickster might take your children as well.
But you're with them, you're buddies. You're already drank some of the Sylvaneth Kool-Aid, the Aqua Gyranis, as it were.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I still think S tier. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm saying
mean-
like there's probably going to be something that beats it out.
Yeah, because like right now, like the only thing below them is Hellsmiths and Soulblight Gravelords.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's keep it in context a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what's next?
Stormcast Eternals.
This is another hard one. They don't do their own work. I just want to point out that Grungy is doing most of the heavy lifting.
I think that's fair.
They
What
didn't-
time is it, by the way?
Oh, it is 1:12:50.
50.
So Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're not making their own stuff. So it's like going into business with someone who's just outsourcing everything.
They're just an idea guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, they're an idea guy. You know? So like it'll probably cost you like double because they're outsourcing everything. So you pay them money and then they're paying it to someone else and they got to make their profit. But I think everything would be super well made because it's essentially dwarven.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
ultra expensive, very well made, probably in a good location too, right? Like in a Azir or something. It'd keep out the chaos really well. It probably would not be lightning proof though. Like it would not be grounded out. Because
You don't think so? I think that would be what they're best at.
But if
Don't you?
if you ground it out and they try and teleport in there, then they're just gonna like go into the ground and I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. What does the chat think? Is totally bailing once they paid before the job is finished? Yeah, that's true. That's another thing.
Just lightning out.
Yeah. They're just lightning out of there. And then the other thing too is that it's like, you know, they're kind of like surfers where they're just like, nothing's permanent, man. Like, I don't remember what happened yesterday. Like, you can't worry about it.
So do we think they're going to outsource to people, or do we think that they're going to be wishy-washy?
I think they're like kind of like one of those, like, they're like a licensed, what do you call it? Like, foreman kind of deal. Like they have a license from the city. They're on the up and up, but like it's gonna cost you through the nose, and like
Yeah.
all the estimates are super high.
Yeah. I think I'm willing to accept that. It's just like it's extremely pricey, but of the best quality.
Of the best quality, but they're also not doing the job themselves, but they know all the right people.
Yeah. So where does that put them? Would that be like quintessential BBB approved? Just because
No, I mean
they're not actually doing anything, or
I
are we
think they're-
factoring in the quality of the house for A-OK, or
well,
what?
that's the thing. Like you gotta like it's like only okay if you're rich.
Yeah.
So, but it is a good quality. So like you get what you pay for. Well, you don't get what you pay for. Actually, I'm not saying that. You don't get what you pay for. You're paying through the nose, but it's for like yuppies and stuff like that who just like don't know anything. So like I think they have to go an A-OK or even semi-pro competent. It's just there's a caveat there. Just like there's a caveat with Sylvaneth too. The caveat is maybe they don't care about the squirrels and stuff running around, you know. They'll keep the rats out, but there might be like magical squirrels.
But so David is saying they're fundamentally I know a guy friends. I'd say
Right.
carpentry, not found, because they're not actually the ones doing the work.
Whoa. That's man, holy smokes. That like we're all over the place.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think I would put them in A-OK because you care about the end result.
You care about the end result.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put them there for now. You know, they're
That's
not
the one I'm most unsure of, though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I could go either way. But like at the end of the day, right? Like if I would rather have Stormcasts with their grungy technology if I can afford it. So it's just can you afford them or not? Like I'm almost talking myself into semi-pro here. But let's leave them an A for now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back. I feel like we're going to hear about this one no matter what. Yeah.
I think so.
It's such a crazy range. Okay.
Right. So Seraphon.
117.17. Because the great plan wills it. It's all part of the great math. Seraphon.
I think Seraphon is going to be one. So normally they do pretty well on our tier lists. I think they're actually not going to do super well this time.
Really?
Everything that they have is like old temples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like vine covered temples and whatnot. Like, it doesn't seem comfortable whatsoever.
Actually,
even their terrain piece is just like an old pyramid.
They're not making anything new.
Yeah.
What they have though is literally the best technology in the world. Like they have actual spaceships that are their homes. But it is stone. But if you don't like your neighbors or the end of the world happens, you can literally fuck off into space and come back and like go to another planet.
That's true.
You would have the absolute peak of like
Are you building a house with a slan or like Saurus?
yeah.
Or
Well,
Sphinx?
I think all of them.
Or just
So the
all of
slan
it,
is
yeah.
planning everything out. You would definitely not be on your neighbor's property line for sure. You probably have like a nice location on the geomantic web. You know, it would probably be like naturally powered by the stars and stuff like that. It would probably be very green. I don't know. It would be cold though, because it'd be stone. But wait, but they're lizards. Yeah, it would have to be warm. They'd probably have like warming rocks in it and shit.
Yeah. Just a big lamp in a
Yeah.
stone room. Yeah.
Well, like, I feel like, you know, like that, like there's like an old Korean technology where the floors are heated. I forget what it's called, it both in Korean and in English, unfortunately. It's like they've had it for like hundreds and hundreds of years. And they do it in modern homes now. And they do it with like water pipes that go below the floor. And it's like way more green. I feel like they're the only ones that would have that, except for maybe dwarves.
That's fair. Leviticus says it's like having the greatest mobile home ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I'm being talked into it. I think that's fair.
I don't know. I agree with everyone. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? Skaven, my favorite army. They're always like mid-tier. You know what I mean? So I'm not arguing about it from like my favorite versus not favorite. We just keep landing on stuff that I think that they happen to be good at. Does that make sense?
I understand. Yeah. I
Now,
think it would be really cool looking.
It would be cool looking. Here's the thing though, right? Here's the downside. The only real downside that I can think about is if you are chaos adjacent. Like maybe you want to raise your kids worshiping Slaanesh. You cannot go to them because they will kill you if you even mention it. You know? Also, if they think that you and your family's like deaths, annihilation, whatever is part of the great plan, then adios muchachos, right?
Yeah.
But
you'd also have no say in building this home whatsoever. Because the great plan is
so true. That's so true. Yeah. So like, yeah, that's a good point. But they also might look into the future and know your needs if you're part of the great plan. Like, it's very complicated. But at the end of the day, though, I think they would be my favorite. Them or Sylvaneth would be my favorite one to design a home for.
Again, if you were talking to a little kid, like, hey, little Timmy, do you want to live in like this this tree house, or do you want to go to space and have a bunch of lizard dinosaur friends?
Yeah.
They're going to say space dinosaurs every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Every single time.
They might even have like going back to the whole Hellsmiths thing, right? They might even have like dinosaurs that like are garbage disposals. We just haven't seen them because all we see of Seraphon is the way that they wage war, right? But they might have like a sprinkler dinosaur that's been bred to grow your lawn better and cut the grass. Like it might do everything.
Yep.
You know?
And if you're in space, plumbing is solved.
That's true. Yeah, just eject.
Just fire those turrets right out to the
That's true. Hopefully, like towards chaos, you know?
Yep.
And that's another thing too, like they're not within, like I've been reading the Seraphon novel and it's way better than I originally realized. I can't remember if I ever said that or not. But like if you said to them, hey, like I want like a self-defense laser in case chaos comes, they can be talked into that. As long as your reasoning is good, they're very logical. So you'd be like, I want like a laser on top in case raccoons get into my garbage. And they're like, we don't care about. They're like, I mean, chaos raccoons. If Skaven ever get into my garbage, I need a laser to shoot them with. And they'd be like, oh, why didn't you say so to begin with? You're going to get like a 4000X laser beam.
Yeah.
You know,
you'd be like, hey, I need surround sound for my home theater. I mean, I need surround sound for this room so I can hear the great plan better.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like, I feel like, you know, you might not get them with that. They're not suckers, but if your reasoning is sound, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Bastiladon mows the lawn. Exactly. Or like Bastilla lawn, you know, like LAWN, right? They might have like a specialized dinosaur. Just here's your budget. This is a lot. Also, by the way, they don't care about gold. Like your house, they would like give you gold and stuff like that because they don't really care. Like gold's everywhere. So like you'd probably have like a 24 karat like frame or something like, or roof, you know? Yeah.
Crush the house underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, yeah, or be coated in it. Like, cause like they do that in like Thailand and shit, right? They like,
I think you've convinced me. I think this is better than Sylvaneth.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think they're top tier right now.
Because with Sylvaneth, it's like you both have to let them have full control and you have to abide by everything they say after it's done.
Right.
But with Seraphon, I think you have to let them have full control, but once the house is yours, like enjoy your space house.
Yeah. They might be like, you don't need this many toilets. And be like, if there's any backup in the toilets, Nurgle, that's just a place for Nurgle to come right on. They're like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Yeah. 7 toilets per person.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. I love it. David says, oh man, full Flintstones. Never mind. I'm 100% on board. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, David. Okay. I'm going to hear about this too, but like, I got to be real. I got to be true to myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got next?
Lumineth Realm Lords next.
124.50. Lumineth Realm Lords. Oh man. This is... What are the downsides? Other than like elves are annoying.
They'll be annoying for sure.
They'll be annoying.
There might be a little bit of fighting between the factions because like
that's true. And they think
if you're
they
like,
know
hey,
better
I just
than
want
you.
a really nice like Alarith style bungalow, and they'll be
Right.
like, "Cool. Well, our architect is actually Huracan, so
Yeah.
you're not getting that."
Yeah, exactly. Or they'd be like you're like, I want Huracan because I like the feng shui, and they'd be like, that doesn't matter. You're building a house. You should use Alarkith. You should use the stone thing. And you're like, yeah, but I don't want that. And then they're like, you don't know anything. You're a stupid, dummy, non-elf, non-pointy-eared human. You
PP boy.
idiot. Yeah. And they would be expensive. Like, come on.
They'd be expensive.
There's no way a high elf faction would not be expensive.
Yeah. Sigmar Scotty says Lumineth would be like Howl's Moving Castle, but cleaner.
Okay, now I'm 100% on board.
That does sound pretty good.
That sounds kind of rad. And you'd have just like a magical, like, giant fountain. And you could fall asleep to the sound of like your giant waterfall every night. They would be expensive. And they would talk down to you constantly. So you are working with them. But I don't know, man. This...
Keith is right too, actually, so Settler's Gain actually does exist. So we have
right.
actual evidence of what it's like to live.
Right.
Or stuff they've constructed, essentially. So it says Settler's Gain is a lovely place to live. Just don't ask too many questions unless you want to time out in the sky crystals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And
Seems a little authoritarian, for sure.
yeah. And like super derisive, you know? And like they're definitely too good for your beer and pizza. They're not eating that shit. It's like wine and sushi only, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, I like sushi, but they would be expensive. I don't like people who are talking down to me though. That's one of my
I think this
biggest
would probably
pet
be
peeves.
top of A tier for me.
Top of A tier. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know that it would be S tier because like it wouldn't be
Interesting.
perfect. It would just be really, really good. Like really good craftsmanship.
I could see that. I could be talked into either lower semi-pro or top of A tier. What is the chat like? Give us actual ratings in the chat, please.
Yes.
What were we
I
saying?
worry that there's going to be like a glut of S tier because we're in order right now, and so many of them are focused on like literally building civilization.
That's true. That's good point. Oh man. Yeah, you might be right. Okay, well, let's leave them there for now. But you come back from the sky crystal so happy and agreeable. Yeah, exactly. It's like the what do you call it? The Tau problem, right? Yeah, if that's the case, I don't know enough about their lore. If that's the case, then I think A tier is definitely the way to go. Can you get a shout out? Of course you can. What up, Carl?
Carl Hom?
Not for me, but for Devin being a bad AOS. Damn it, God damn it. I fell for that. He waited just the perfect amount of time before I was just like, of course you can, Carl. For Devin being a bad AOS player. Okay, how about we'll meet in the middle here, Carl, okay? Devin, shout outs to Devin. Carl thinks you're a bad AOS player.
Yep.
I feel like I'm walking the line pretty good
That's
there.
the coach of Team Canada calling the co-captain of Team Canada a bad AOS player. You can tell that we're very unified.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Friendly to each other and supportive. Got him.
Got him. David says, I agree with Carson. A tier, excellent product, horrible team to work with, incredibly expensive. Yeah, you know what? That really sums it up really well. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Okay. What are we on to now?
Caradron Overlords.
KO and 129.29. Caradron Overlords. This is an interesting one. Again, I feel like you're like, hey, can I get my house made out of wood? And they're like, nope, it's only metal. and it's only steampunk. Like they're kind of a one-trick pony, but it will be extremely well made because they are dwarves, right?
Yeah. They are also the most capitalistic out of any of the,
That's a great point.
the factions.
That's a great point. So maybe the most expensive. But they honor their contracts, though. They've got like a thing about contracts. So
yeah, as long as you set the expectations up front, I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing can change from what you've laid out.
Exactly.
And they're going to find every single tiny loophole and like workaround that they can.
That's true.
As long as it actually adheres to the letter of whatever you agreed to.
Right. So if you're one of those people who really likes like if you're one of those people who likes to get a quote and the quote is like more like an estimate, you know what I mean? Then you cannot go with these guys, you know? But if you like an exact quote, letter of the law, and it is going to float. So that's probably mostly a good thing.
I think that'd be good. Yeah,
I think they'd be good too.
It's going to be one style. It's going to be really high quality of that style.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that, you know, you're confident and you can write up a good contract and make sure there's no holes in it.
Yeah.
But you'll get a solid product. I don't think they're the best.
Right.
I would say probably like mid A tier or bottom of A tier for me.
Interesting.
Or maybe even
there
high
are
B tier.
dwarves though.
I know. It's tough.
I was going to say like either right above or below Lumineth, to be honest.
Interesting.
Just because they're dwarves.
I was going to say right above Hellsmiths of Hashut, because it's like they're dwarves and the architecture is slightly less hostile, but they're going to do their own thing. That's
true. Yeah, I guess it's like, do you pay a lot directly to the source, or do you pay Stormcast a lot because they know a guy?
Exactly.
Probably would rather go with Stormcast because they know a guy, and then you could probably still just get what you want because they got what they want. Yeah, okay. I think you convinced me. I like it. Right in between Stormcast and Hellsmiths. With KO, your contract is going to be pure legislation. Yeah, it's true. And that's, you know, you really don't like those people. Like my jiu-jitsu gym, he's like, why don't you try it out? You know, and I'm like, I love it. I want to join. And he's like, okay, well, just make sure, you know? And I'm like, no, take my money. And then I got hurt and I came back and he's like, make sure you're okay. And I'm like, damn it, take my money. You're going to go out of business. You know what I mean? Those are like the best people. KO's like the opposite of that. It's like, you know, if you don't, we've got a free, you know, week promotion with KO, but if you don't like it, then you actually have to pay for that week. Like they're those motherfuckers, right? So yeah, I think you guys are right. I think you guys were right at the end of the day. What do we got next?
Next up, we've got Idoneth Deepkin.
Deepkin. Okay. Deepkin. Oh man. This is going to be one style, but they are good at like...
What time? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. 133.10.
Okay.
Idoneth Deepkin. No, not at all. They're going to be kind of one style, but they are good at like finding a way. Like they weren't originally, you know, pie in the sky, like people that like they were not from the ocean. They were running away to the ocean, so they made it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're also not stuck up.
You can't build it in the same neighborhood as the Lumineth house.
That's true, but I didn't want to be in their neighborhood anyway.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to be in the Lumineth neighborhood?
I'm just saying, it's limiting.
Lumineth is definitely a gated community kind of vibe.
It is, yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't want to be anywhere near those assholes, you know?
Even if you're near them, they're going to be calling complaints on you.
Exactly. And these guys, like, so the biggest detriment, I think, is the main labor force doesn't have eyes.
Literally blind, yeah.
Literally blind. They can sense shit in the ether sea, so you're probably okay. But you're getting elven.
I don't know.
But you're getting elven quality shit. Like, look at their armor. It's like some of the best. You're getting elven quality stuff, but not elven prices.
Yeah, but if you're saying they can sense stuff in the ether sea, and that's the only way they can actually like see.
No, that's only the thralls. That's only the thralls.
I know, but
yeah.
Your house is going to have moisture trapped inside of it because when they finish the house, they have to do it when they're in the ether sea.
But the
right?
Ether Sea is neither sea. I mean, that's true. If it gets trapped, okay. If it gets trapped in there, right? But you've got what's his bucket? Octopus Man. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name, even though I've read his short story.
Alternos?
No, the octopus guy.
Wait, octopus? Sorry. Lori? Or no, not Lori. Why am I blanking too?
God, this is so frustrating. I love the guy.
Lotan.
Lotan, thank you. You got Lotan, like he's like the on-site manager. You know what I mean? He's making sure everything goes in correctly. Like, you never saw something that was what do you call it? Built for Idenith that wasn't immaculate. Just immaculate. Right? Here's the real thank you. Sorry about the there is the you will be living at the pier on an elf yacht. I mean, that sounds amazing, first of all. Here's the real deal. Here's the major downside that I actually can foresee. They're really good with the cold. So, you got to make sure, like, hey, guy, is this thing going to have, like, a proper heater? Because, like, you don't feel like the cold. It's like, someone from Finland, right? They don't, or Canada, like here, they don't feel the cold. Like, I went to school and, like, a bunch of my classmates were from Taiwan in Japan. And they were always saying to the teacher, can you turn up the heat? And she's like, she looked at the thermometer. She's like, it's literally 22 degrees in here. That's considered perfect. It was like 21 or 22 degrees, whatever is like considered absolutely perfect for like human existence. She's like, this is considered perfect. Just put on a damn sweater. I don't want to hear about it. Right. So like, but they might be on the other end of that where they're like, things are a little bit cool, but like you're building it with them. You're going to get elven architecture without paying for it. And you're building it with them. So, like, you figure it out. Like, they don't have to do everything. Right?
What evidence do you have that they can actually build structures really well, though? Because David brings up a good point in the chat where he says their in-game terrain is literally a broken boat that they found.
That's true. But no, they do have beautiful cities. If you look at the artwork.
Okay.
Should I get their book?
I'm going to Google it.
Look up the Elven, or look up Ida Deepkin cities. Sometimes, yes, it's built on a giant underwater sea turtle. Like their literal city is built on a continent-sized sea turtle or whatever, right? But that's them making the most out of any situation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I actually feel like who doesn't love living on the ocean? Like was it Scotty that said you're gonna have like a pier yacht house basically? Yeah, but that's not their fault, Keith, right? That's true. Although, yeah, if you're working with them, you might get sleepy, but they can control that magic. They can make you forget.
Yeah, they can also make you forget what you agreed to.
That's true, but they go by. They're pretty good for keeping their shit together with that.
Okay. So where
they
do you
hate
think
techless. I mean, that makes me like them even more. They do hate techless though. Hard for me to fault them. Exactly. Yeah. This is like they hate a stuck-up asshole dad. Like who doesn't? They hate their deadbeat father. Wouldn't you? Like techless took it one step too far, man. He tried to murder them all. Ponyo's dad's houseboat. I have spoken. Yeah. Okay. Scotty's making too many good points here. I'm thinking they're actually literally the top tier at this point, either right below, above, or below Seraphon.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay. I'm willing. I'm very open-minded with this whole thing. Okay.
I think the important thing to note is that like you love the sea, and you've said that before, right? Like
That's
you're
true. That's true.
You would specifically love. Like, imagine if your favorite thing was steampunk.
Yeah.
You might put KO at the top.
Yeah, but
right?
that's an architecture style. So I'm not like, even though I do love elven aesthetics, they're usually very slim and kind of rounded and what's it called, aerodynamic almost. Like I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about dwarves would be like if you want to like live in the ground, you have to go to a dwarf or a Skaven, right? I'm not even talking about that, right? I'm just saying like if you want to build your house on the ocean, which I do, like this is who do I want to renovate a home with, right? And obviously we're everymanning this, we're steel manning this or whatever you want to say, right? But like oceanfront property is the most valuable, right? So like it's pretty sought after is what I'm saying.
That's fair. If we're assuming that the actual people that are building it with you don't want to kill you and take your soul,
yes,
which I think we have been for this entire thing.
For this
like
entire
the
thing,
Nighthaunt
yeah.
family, like
FEC, FEC
Yeah.
is if somehow not. Yeah, exactly.
I think I kind of want to pull it down to top of A tier.
Top of A tier. Okay, I'm willing to go along with that. I kind of want to die on this hill. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I kind of want to die on this hill, and they have beasts of burden and everything. Like you would have the best quality water. I'm just gonna say, like on tap, it would be like ambrosia. You know,
That's fair. But is it better than Space Pyramid?
that's a good point. Like I was gonna say, I'm totally. I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay, above or below Sylvaneth, though, right?
I think I would still rather well, I don't know. Me personally, I would probably rather Ideneth because I don't think I would be able to handle like bugs and stuff everywhere all the time.
Yeah. I'm actually
You're
more okay
right.
with that than the average person, but I still would rather have like also like elvish stuff is like famously really well crafted. You want to look
Yeah.
at like anything, right?
Okay, let's put
Okay.
them between Seraphon and Sylvaneth. How
Okay,
about that?
okay. Well,
Yeah.
and again, we can come back to this.
We'll come back to
We
it,
always
yeah.
do a review at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, is it Fyreslayers now?
It is.
Okay. This is a hard one.
Give me that timestamp.
Oh, Fyreslayers 142:14.
Okay, Fyreslayers.
That's a good point, Keith, but some trees actually stink too. I have never had a stinky tree before, but I live, in the Pacific Northwest. Like sometimes they kind of smell like moss, but I kind of like the smell of that. Yeah.
One thing I'll say about Fyreslayers,
Yeah.
they're always going to take their shoes off in your house.
That's
Always.
true.
Yeah.
They never put them on.
Yeah, but
So they're
no shoes on in the house.
That's
a big
true.
point.
That's true. Man, this is a hard one. Like they're dwarves. So automatically, at least an A. They're good guy dwarves. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like air conditioning would not be a thing though.
Nope, I don't think so. I think circulation is going to be a problem in general here.
Yeah. Stuffy, probably.
A really high quality furnace though.
Insane. Yeah, like
really, like you'll never have
ultra-
to replace it.
No, you'll never have to replace it. In fact, it'll
Oven as
probably
well.
run on like a rune or something of some kind.
Yep.
A rune, I should say. Oh man.
Really nice oven.
Yeah,
Great
amazing
heating
oven.
system.
Yeah.
Probably
They might have
too
a
hot.
heat pump. They might have a heat pump.
It'll probably have a heat. It might have a heat pump.
If they have
Yep.
a heat pump, then that does also adjust, for coolness as well.
Nice pizza oven. Yeah.
Nice pizza oven. Yeah. Oh man. Hot water for days all time.
I think the only thing is that you said there'd be no air conditioning, of course.
Yeah.
I think that depending on where you live, that could be problematic, but like that's not a bad problem to
Yeah.
have in comparison to dead family.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's
You
all
make a
things
good point.
considered.
Yeah,
There's-
and and they would honor their agreements, and I also, because like, I don't think that they would be too expensive, and they wouldn't be stuck up either.
No, they'd be very pragmatic. for
I
sure.
think so.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
especially if you had, what is it that? Were they after Aether Gold?
Yeah.
Or no, that's
Oh no, that's
KO.
that's KO. Yeah, they want
Urgold?
Urgold. I think you're right. Very
Yeah.
good. So
So you had some of that?
yeah.
Man, you're gonna get a good house. It's
Yeah,
gonna be-
exactly. Yeah.
This will be pretty good. I think this is like
good. Yeah.
the best it's gonna get without being like straight up magic.
Right. Like
So I want to say this is like top of A tier for me.
top of A tier. Interesting. You wouldn't put them in semi-pro carpentry, huh?
Maybe it
because
is
of
the
the
semi-pro
circular.
carpentry, but maybe like I worry we can rearrange it later for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's somewhere in that range of it's like it can't be, like Seraphon or Sylvaneth-esque because it's not like literal magic
Right.
to make things perfect,
Right.
but it will be like top tier.
It'll be absolutely top tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no bugs though either.
No bugs at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Really
there
nice.
might be. There might be lizards. There might be little salamanders and shit running around.
And it'll have a really nice basement suite. Like
That's true.
it's
Yeah.
going to be better than the rest of the house.
It might be
probably.
more basement than house.
Yeah.
That's true. Real nice fireplace mantle and fireplace. That's true. Magma Droth in the yard to keep unwanted door knockers. Oh, I like that. Do fires live in above ground lodges or are they underground? Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. I think they can do
Maybe
a
they
little
should
bit of.
be S tier as well.
I think they maybe should. Like
Bottom of S tier.
either that
Better
or
than
just above
Sylvaneth, maybe?
Sylvaneth. Yeah. Just because no.
Yeah, the more we talk about Sylvaneth, the less I like it.
Yeah, it's true. It's like how much, like if you're a hippie though, you're just like, yeah, man, I can go with I don't know, whatever, like whatever you want to do, bro, living off the land, so it's like, how granola are you,
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm happy putting Fyreslayers just above Sylvaneth.
Yeah. Like I personally, there they are. I personally would rather live in the Sylvaneth house, but like, as you guys know, like I leave spiders in my house. I literally leave spiders in my house because they kill the other insects that I don't like, So,
Yeah.
so like even though like my bias would be on Sylvaneth, I think most people would rather have Fyreslayers, and also like more people live in California. Like more people like to go to warm climates. I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'd rather have like Aqua Gyranus on tap than like a really good furnace,
That's fair.
So, yeah.
So you think we should put them below Sylvaneth then?
No, I'm saying that like I would personally, if this tier list was just for me, I would put Sylvaneth above them. But as it's not, I think you're right. I think they belong above Sylvaneth. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Grow me a treehouse. That's what we were saying though. Stark, FYI. We were saying that. But then it comes with bugs. It comes with downsides. You can hopefully find Sylvaneth in the thing later if you want to see exactly why we put it. But okay. And we'll visit at the end. So now we just have, we have daughters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Daughters
daughters
of
of Cain.
At what time?
1:48:30.
30.
Daughters of Cain. Oh man.
I don't know if they're going to be particularly good.
No, I don't know. I feel like because they are elvish, so like it will be good quality, but like they're gonna force you, like it's like building it with like a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses. Like you're never gonna not hear about stupid Cain and his cult. It's literally called a cult. Do you want to build a house with a cult?
Not really. And also,
No.
I think it's going to be some hostile architecture as well.
It's gonna be hostile. Yeah, they're gonna want you to bleed.
Yeah,
I don't
lots
know.
of spikes everywhere.
I feel like I still don't, like they are elvish though at the end of the day. So I feel like bottom of BBB is where I want to put them, like instinct wise,
I think that makes sense.
right? And we have
yeah.
all of destruction to go through, so we're gonna have like a decent amount of carpentry not found, I think, and dead family in there. So yeah. Okay. We can come back to it. If anyone has any points in the chat though, spikes on all your chairs, that's true. Yeah, and like I feel like they're gonna put little traps in there just so you're bleeding a little bit. And then when you do bleed, or even if you're just like building the house and you like accidentally like, cut yourself or whatever, they're going to like look at you and like lick their lips and stuff. You're just like, oh man, this is so uncomfortable. Shut up about Kane. I don't care. Exactly. It's true. BBB, like this is, again, like, you got to realize we've got Skaven in here. I realize you're just joining now, Stark. All of this has reasoning behind it, and this might be like the BBB of Sigmar, the world. This isn't necessarily.
Yeah, you got to contextualize it in the mortal realms. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the BBB is not approving a Sylvaneth house even,
No.
like even the top tiers. Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah. How could a space pyramid be up to code as well?
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it's on the geometric web. And he's like, I don't care. It's got to have 90-degree walls, you idiot. Cities of Sigmar?
Cities of Sigmar.
Okay. 150-50.
150-50.
Cities of Sigma. 150. Okay. So
I think this has got to be like
it's
quintessential, like very good.
Right.
But
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they know how to build stuff. They have great architecture. Everything they have is well made.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah, it's just really good.
It's just really good.
I think it's got to be like somewhere in the middle of A tier, probably.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's not the best.
No.
There's nothing bad about it.
I want to put it above Hellsmiths, below Caradron.
Above Hellsmiths, below Caradron.
It's like as good, because there's no drawbacks of being like Chaos Taint,
David and Stark are both saying S tier in the chat.
But like, it's not Dwarven. It's not Elvish.
There are dwarves in Cities of Sigmar.
Oh, that's a good point. Wait,
Yeah.
never mind.
Dwarven.
You're totally
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and there's elves too.
And elves. Yeah, actually, yeah, definitely.
But their architecture though, but this is three different.
It changes city to city because, like,
yeah,
Settlers Gain is the city of Sigmar.
I thought we were just talking human city.
No, it's the faction as a whole. Like,
okay,
it's a
okay.
Yeah,
I almost feel like they need to be on here 3 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if you look at like the what is like made for Cities of Sigmar, we're talking human-esque Gothic construction that is perfectly serviceable, like right exactly where you're talking about, like A tier, solidly A tier. But if we're allowing the dwarves to help out, then
It's gonna be really good.
Then it's going to be an S for sure.
To me, this is like you're going to the guys that Stormcast is going to go to anyway. You're skipping the middleman of Stormcast.
That's true. Yeah, and they have access to dwarf and elvish stuff. That's true. Ooh. Oh, man. I don't know.
Maybe this is top of A tier.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of the two. It's hard to be fair, they also have an undead city in cities. Exactly. I don't know. Like, logically, like, people are making good points about, I mean, like, just the fact that they have dwarves in the faction and they're not evil, right? You're like, okay, well, like, I almost want to just choose them as, like, the best in the whole thing for that.
Yeah, they're not evil and they don't have a special interest in like a super specific thing.
And the thing is though, too, is it's like not everything is made out of dwarven stuff. So it's like, okay, do I get to choose? Like, can I go to one of the dwarven specialty cities? Like, I forget which one those are, but I know they exist, right? If I can go to a dwarven city and choose it, then they're literally the best in the game. They're the best at the top of S tier. But if we're talking like remember when we were making the radar charts and it's like, okay, well, you do have hitty units, but like if you go to an average city of Sigmar, are you going to get dwarven technology? No, you're probably not. You're probably going to get like really, really good human technology and with some dwarven influences. You know what I mean? But like even if you put in like dwarven is like 33.33% of it, which I don't think it is, to be fair. I think there's more humans than dwarves, but let's just say for, argument's sake, we're talking 33% dwarves, 33% elves. Like, they don't get along. They're going to be fighting. You probably have to hear their spiel about Sigmar and how he's doing Sigmar's work. And you know what I mean? Not as bad as some of the other more preachy factions, but like, you're probably gonna have to hear about it a little bit. Like, at the end of the day, do you really want to build a house with them? And like, from reading like, what's it called? Skaven. What was it again? It's like the Gotrek books, or yeah, it's like Vermin Slayer, I think it was called, the most recent one. I don't know. I don't really want stuff built by them, like built by cities in general. Like, I think A tier is kind of where I want to put them. But if you're like, no, bro, like, there's definitely going to be dwarves there and elves there, and they'll help you. Someone will help you out, and it'll be tip top. I can be argued into anything.
I would like to put them like just above Stormcast, but maybe below Lumineth.
Yeah, I'll take whatever you say. Like,
okay,
I'm just kind of like
generally in that range.
Thoughts. Yeah,
I think it's fine though.
I
Yeah.
kind of like what you originally said about it.
Direct center of A tier.
Yeah, but people were making good points. I kind of forgot about the dwarves. I live in a dwarven alehouse. I would too, but like, I just don't think that there's any guarantee that you're gonna get a dwarf. You know what I mean? It's like you go to like a big company, right? And you go to like a big company. It's like a tech company, right? Well, you might get like someone who's just super chill or whatever. They went to school in Hawaii. You know what I mean? They're just there for the laughs and whatnot. Or you might get some guy who grew up in Calcutta and he's just like the god of machines. You know what I mean? So you can't guarantee it. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yep.
It's a kind of
it's always going to be like decent.
Yeah.
I think the floor is really high is the important thing. And the ceiling is also
exactly.
very high.
I agree with that. I totally agree with all of that. Like, the floor is very high and the ceiling is very high. They know how to build stuff. Decent amount of spikes. You know what I mean? But like, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I think above Stormcast makes a lot of sense. I really like what you said. Like, they might be hiring cities anyway, so you're just cutting out the middleman.
Yeah.
Although Stormcast are definitely hiring dwarves.
Yes.
So it's kind of a crapshoot.
It's the expensive that's drawing
That's
it back,
true. That's true. That's true. That's a good point. I don't know. I kind of like where they are right now. Elves scout logistics. Humans trudge through the mud and clear the land. Dwarfs do the building. Yeah, originally that's true, but like now, like if you look at a lot of their structure, like if you look at like the thing, like there's a guy on an Ogren, and like that tower was clearly built by a human. I'm just saying. So like most of the stuff is kind of built by humans, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about Cities of Sigmar.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. I guess it's Auric War Clans Kruleboyz?
Wouldn't it be Sons of Behemoth first?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
What time is it?
Sorry. Time? It's 1:58:52. Sons of Behemoth. This is a hard one. So, like, when it comes to, like, picking up, like, major foundational things, they're basically going to act like a crane. But they're also probably going to step on the house and break it by accident.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be fundamentally dangerous. I think that you just might not even get a house built.
Yeah.
Like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think this is like...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe just above or just below Nighthaunt in Carpentry Not Found. Like...
Yeah. I want to say
building anything.
Yeah. I'm going to say let's put them, because I can see more of a use for ghosts looking through your walls and doing some of those types of things. But giants just less of a use. Yeah. And again,
they're
this
more
is,
likely to just break stuff.
and it's all predicated on them not wanting to kill you again, right? But no, I think that makes a lot of sense. There's not really too much to say about them, unfortunately. I don't think they're like super interesting. There's not too much in-depth sort of stuff you can go to. They might be able to find you like a giant skull to use as a house, like some sea monster skull that they killed and ate the flesh off of. But they're not really doing any building, you know. Hopefully they don't fall over and fall on you. Yeah, I kind of feel like what Keith said is true, you know.
Yeah.
You're just
David says, okay, but instant free basement suite. The ground would be so compact and laying foundation is so difficult. That's true. I don't know if I would call just a pit in the ground a basement suite, though.
That's true. It's not technically a basement. Yeah. Your basement has to have like walls and like a ceiling and a floor. I like where your head's at, and I do like hearing like the other argument, like from the other side, right? So I appreciate you trying. I think carpentry not found, bottom of carpentry not found makes sense though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Incredibly hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And also
exactly.
paying for the pizza and beer is going to put you out.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yep.
You can't ever afford one meal from a giant. Way more expensive than paying for all the elvish bullshit.
Yep. So Kruleboyz, you said next?
Kruleboyz, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And what's the timestamp?
It is 201:28.
Okay. Kruleboyz. I don't think this is gonna. They're a fan of spikes for sure.
They're a huge fan of spikes. I know from building it. And everything's in a swamp. You know. So
yeah, you're gonna have real foundation issues. Like
Yeah.
the water table is gonna be really high for sure. Wherever they decide to build
And you
something.
can't build a basement in a swamp.
No,
Yeah.
it's got to be on stilts probably.
It might be on stilts, which isn't bad. I kind of like that. A lot of mold though. A lot of mold and I think they like open air kind of stuff. A lot of wicker type looking stuff. I don't know. This is like, I want to put them. I don't know. Either in carpentry not found or dead family. I can't decide.
I would say it's probably carpentry not found.
Right, because they are building something.
You'll have something.
You'll
It's
have
just going to be a little prickly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or
like
very prickly, but there's worse things.
yep, maybe
Yeah.
like just above Sons of Behemoth, because you'll actually get something. Maybe
like at the top of carpentry not found.
yeah. I think top of carpentry not found because you're going to get something.
Yeah.
but it's not going to be safe.
It's not going to be safe. You know, with flesh eater courts, I never said too, like you might be able to eat part of your house, even though it'll probably rot pretty quick. So
Yeah. But it'll
like,
grow on you.
It'll grow. Yeah, exactly. It'll grow on you. And this is a little bit better than that. Because again, we're assuming they're not trying to actually kill us.
Yes, they just might accidentally do it.
Yeah. Okay, but complimentary pet gator and the best beer/ale. Maybe.
Perhaps. They built your house. It sank into the swamp. They built it again. It sank into the swamp. They built it a third time. It burned down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
Yeah, but that's still better than rotting flesh castle that turns you insane. So
Yes.
not much, but it's better. Okay, Auric.
And then Ironjawz.
Ironjawz. This one's got to be better than Kruleboyz.
I think it is, but I think that we're going to get another situation where it's a guy recommending a really stupid thing constantly.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, what if we took the drywall and fed it to our pigs and then they pooped it out and then you use that?
You're like,
instead.
nope, try again.
Like, don't want pig drywall. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You're like, okay, well,
what about studs in? We take the 2x4s and we feed them to the pigs and they poop it out and then you use that. You're like, nope, don't want pig drywall or pig 2x4s. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, but eventually you'll probably just be like, can you just take this like hood of a car and punch it so that it becomes a wall? And they were like, oh, yeah. And then they just punch it into the shape of a wall. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just a little, I feel like it's a lot like Kruleboyz. It's just more solid. It would involve more punching things into shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of those things might be stolen from your neighbor, by the way. They might just rip a wall off and then punch it into a new wall for your house. Yeah, exactly. IJ house, bunch of metal plates punched into shape of adjacent house. Exactly. This is exactly what I was saying. Do we do their time? I can't remember.
I just put in a time,
Okay,
roughly
cool.
3 minutes after we missed it, but that's
Perfect. Perfect.
So where do we want to put this? I'm hesitant to put it in BBB approved.
I am too, but
Top of carpentry not found makes sense, or bottom of BBB approved.
I think top of carpentry because, you know,
It's
they're
not going to
orcs.
be good.
Like, I don't want to be anti-orc racist, but I feel like I kind of have to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Exposed feet, top freaking tier.
Well, no, Ironjawz not. Kruleboyz is.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kruleboyz, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. The toppest of tiers for Kruleboyz, and now, you know, carpentry not found. The only one that is almost developing a pattern is Seraphon, but I'm sure we'll figure out, you know, like, actually, I can think of a category where they're not going to be in top tier, but I don't want to spoil myself. I'll tell you after if you want.
It's definitely not smash or pass.
Exactly.
Can't be that one.
It can't be that one. Yeah, you're right. That's not what I was thinking of, actually. Okay, so Ironjawz, top of carpentry not found, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then we are on to Gloomspite Gitz. Oh no, Ogors. We're on to Ogors. You're right. You're right. I kind of want to save. Can we just save Ogors for last? Just for fun. Sure. Okay. So Gloomspite Gitz. They're on the right side of my little thing here. 20702.
Okay.
Gloomspite Gitz. I always say it again just in case people are clicking on the thing, just to help them out. Gloomspite Gitz. Okay, this is going to be dank and dark and super moldy.
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. They're mostly like holing out caves and that kind of thing. And
tons of spiders.
And most, like, a lot of their carpentry or whatever is just made out of a mushroom. It might be poisonous. It might make you high. This is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Now, like, to the point of cities, I would point out that, like, if you can get the rock trolls to cooperate, they could literally build you something out of rock. They can literally just grab rock like it's Play-Doh and make you something out of rock. It's 100% going to be dank and dark and moldy, though.
Yeah. I'm bordering on Dead Family for this.
But here, let me push back real quick.
Okay.
There's also the Frazzlegate goblins who makes everything out of wicker.
That's true.
So you could have a nice wicker home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it might even be like light and mobile too. Like, I could even see it like having wheels and being so light that like wolves can like kind of cart it around to a certain extent.
That'd be pretty cool.
It seems like a Florida kind of house, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. So the problem is that the floor of this faction
is so low. It's definitely in the Dead Family range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the ceiling of it is
like
Stone Age.
Is like mid-tier carpentry not found, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'd definitely rather have Ironjawz. I think they're right below Kruleboyz in terms of their absolute top.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So the question is it top of Dead Family or is it bottom of carpentry not found?
I think I want to put it in Dead Family, but because
like, it's not even close to Nurgle though. It's so far above Nurgle, right?
Yeah,
and that's the current top of Dead Family.
Because I think carpentry not found is kind of like the border of it's no longer just straight up going to kill you. It's more like these are just useless. Like, they're not going to help you at all.
Right, that's true. That's a good point.
Gitz will be like actively. You might die. Like,
you might die. Yeah, okay. I mean, we can come back to it.
We can.
But I think I kind of want to put them at the bottom of carpentry not found. Because like they're more useful than the giant, I feel like.
Wouldn't that put them ahead of the giant then?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just past the bottom.
But you're saying dead family, and we got to.
I know. I think the problem
this.
is that I think the problem is the name we assign to these. But truly, I think you're right. Like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
C tier makes sense.
I think it kind of does, right? Like in terms of like wicker alone, you're like, yeah. Like a squig isn't building anything. So do we need to incorporate them into like part of the faction? Like I don't think we really need to,
They might be around.
Yeah, but like we're not. Yeah. I mean, they might be. I mean, maybe they're just eating the leftover pizza boxes and random stuff. Like maybe that's how they help. But Gitz has the best basements. I don't know. They're pretty dark and musty. And
Fyreslayers has the best basements.
Fyreslayers has the best basements.
Yeah.
He's right. I mean, like, it's okay to have a bias. You know what I mean, Ludovicus? Like, ultimately, I do want to hear what you have to say. Gross out of a giant mangler squig. See, that sounds terrible, though, David. I don't want a house made out of a monster that would eat me. We only don't want to kill you. Yes, we're talking about wicker basket, rock pile, high as heck. Yeah, kind of teetering. Yeah, that's true. No, I think Keith kind of nailed it there. Actually, I kind of want to put them like above. Oh man, like around flesh eater courts. I'm kind of getting myself talked into it higher and higher, to be honest.
That's fair.
What do you think,
yeah,
Carson?
I think above flesh eater courts makes sense actually, because flesh eater courts are just gonna like they're insane.
Yeah,
like,
they're just insane. Exactly.
They're not gonna help you at all.
Eventually, you will grow to like the house, though.
You will. Yep.
So like, but again, we're talking about like in the future, which one of these factions would you plan to build a house with? Flesh Eater Courts is gotta go below goblins.
I think you're right.
Right? At the end of the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did I put them? Okay, there they are. So Okay. This is interesting.
Yep. So then Ogors last?
Ogors is last. 212-44.
All right.
This is a very important tier list too.
Ogres is going to be interesting because like they're nomadic. So they don't really have like big permanent settlements.
No, that's true.
So the quality of what they build you is going to be kind of crap.
Right. So they're not building you a home. They're building you like one of those caravans.
Like a yurt.
Yeah.
Like a yeah.
Yeah, like
they call
it a caravan where you're like house on wheels.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that too. House on wheels makes sense.
Or a houseboat, maybe style.
Possibly, yeah. Like if you want to look at their architecture, you should probably look at like the Great Maw Pot, which isn't great.
No,
it's like stitched together pelts, with like.
No,
it's pretty bad,
and it's not very sanitary either. Like it's not really hygienic.
Yeah, like it's not gonna kill. I think the architecture they make is going to be less hostile than Kruleboyz.
Also, they might build your house above a maw pit. Like
they might, yeah.
There's like a 1 in 6 chance, I feel like.
Yeah. The pizza bill is going to be out of this world.
Insane.
Yeah.
Second only from giants.
Yes.
Maybe even more. Because like they're eating more than their body weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm inclined to put them at top of Carpentry Not Found. Because I think that what they build you is going to be like acceptable. But it's not going to be like an actual house.
True. And Scotty made a great point. It's going to have great camping cookware.
And it will be really big. That's true.
It'll be big. Yeah, that's true.
11-foot ceilings at least.
And a lot of fur. Like there's, like I would be happy to walk on like actual fur pelts as opposed to carpet.
Yeah.
You know?
They're just kind of be like tossing it around. Like underneath that fur will it'll just be dirt.
It'll just be
But,
dirt. That's fine. That's fine. There are
yeah.
worse things. Yeah. No, I think that's right. I think they should go. Oh man, you almost talked me into the bottom of BBB approved.
I think the only reason not to be BBB approved is because there's going to be no plumbing. There's going to be no electricity.
Yeah, that's true.
There's going to be like no sophisticated.
Nice fridge though, like an Everwinter fridge. Yeah,
that's true.
And probably like a chest freezer.
Yep.
Too.
That'll be an actual chest. Like
you have an animal for some reason. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I like it. Okay. So should we do final thoughts then?
Yeah, let's do it.
So final thoughts is 2:15:35.
Okay.
So final thoughts, we're going to go through them all again and just make sure. We usually go like top or bottom to top from where we put them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so starting with Blades of Khorne, they're honestly the only argument, they absolutely belong where they are. The only thing, I think they're fine where they are.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we think that they are the absolute worst?
No.
Okay.
I've changed my mind on that.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I agree that they should be in Dead Family for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Slaves
like,
to Darkness, I feel the same way.
I feel the same way, and I feel that they are where they should be above Blades of Khorne.
Yep.
I think Maggotkin should go in the bottom though.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that I like made an argument for was like, well, what if you want to become part of Nurgle, but we should assume a regular family doesn't want to do that.
Exactly.
Yep.
And also like the only thing I was going to say for them is that they're kind of happy. You know what I mean? But I don't think it overcomes that like the sink is the toilet and the toilet is the sink kind of effect.
And the fridge is the toilet.
Yeah.
And the bed is the toilet. Like it's
the floor is the
good.
Toilet. It's all just a toilet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've got a bit of a germophobia too, so maybe I'm talking about my biases a little bit here too, but
the doorbell is just like a pustule that you have to pop. Like
gross.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's
and you're not gonna have much input.
And I think they're a little bit preachy too, to be honest. I think they're I think Blades of Khorne care a little bit less. They're just in it to win it. But Nurgle, like, they're a little preachy. You know what I mean? They're not stuck up preachy, but they're still trying to talk you into, paying for the new basement on their church or whatever. So, yeah.
So they should be the bottom. I agree with that.
Okay.
I think for all of the carpentry not found, I feel pretty satisfied with that.
I agree. I think that they're all good. The only thing I'm not sure about is like Flesh Eater Courts versus Nighthaunt.
Flesh Eater Courts is like, they're going to try to help you. And they're going to be really enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be good at helping you at all. And in fact, it might create some dangerous things.
Yeah.
Nighthaunt will be straight up useless.
But but again, like you can just like, yo, bro, like, is this stud? It's inside the wall. Is it safe? Is it good? Can we put a window here?
Yeah. So you think Nighthaunt should just flip with Flesh Eater Courts?
I think like if I'm gonna choose, like I would rather have useless over dangerous.
That's fair.
That's my thought on it.
I agree with that. So we can switch back with Nighthaunt.
I think other than that, it's perfect.
Yep.
I could see an argument for Ogors going into BBB approved, but they were the last one we did, so it's a little bit difficult as well. I kind of almost feel like they should be, we should come back to them again at the end because we just did them too, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And then Daughters of Cain being bottom of BBB approved.
I think that's right.
Yeah, because it's all going to be hot. They might even... Maybe we switch their place with Ogors. Because Daughters of Cain is going to be completely... Like, it'll be hostile architecture for sure.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, at least Ogors will be, like, doing what they do well.
Yeah.
And then, like, they're not going to have... What were they not going to have?
They won't have, like, plumbing or anything like that. Like, it's not going to be a good...
They would have plumbing, wouldn't they? Like, they're going to take massive BMs. They're eating all the time.
Yeah,
like,
we'll just dig a hole in the ground. It's just going to be an outhouse. Like,
is it? Well, but I can build the outhouses. Whereas like the things that they build well, like the deep freezer or whatever, it's going to be built well. So like you do the deep freezer, bro, and I'll do the toilets. You know what I mean? So like give and take. Whereas like daughters, it's like anything you ask them to build, it's probably going to be spiky. It's probably going to be kind of annoying. And I don't think they're going to be cheap
whatsoever.
No, exactly. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Let's switch them, and let's hear about it in the chat. You want to pay Nighthaunt to watch you build your own house? Well, I mean, I'll pay them in moans. You know what I mean? Like they don't have use for money, so I'll pay them in candles. It's like, you know,
they really like those.
They really like those. Like, that's like a classic dollars to donuts situation, you know? So
yeah. It's just company. They're not going to help. It's just company.
Exactly. Yeah. They're there for ambiance.
Yeah.
Okay.
OBR being like lower end of BBB approved. I think that's fair.
I think so. Yeah.
You know, it'll be structural, but it's just like they have no semblance of what will be comfortable for humans.
It's true.
And as we mentioned, it'll cost you an arm and a leg. So.
Literally an arm and a leg. Yeah. I think I like them where they are. And I think like Skaven being the classic like give and take scenario where you're going to get like really high end in some ways, but there's like some pretty major drawbacks to it, you know, but they're mammals too at the end of the day. So, you know, like somewhat similar sort of way of thinking about how things should be built, perhaps. I like that. Yeah.
And then Slaanesh and Tzeentch. I think that makes sense too.
I think it does.
I might, after going through the whole tier list though, I might drop Soul Blight down into B tier.
Yeah, I kind of agree because
we did them early.
We did them super early.
Yeah.
The stuff that they have is really nicely built though, as you pointed out.
It is.
Nice drapery and stylish.
It is, but it's like very gothic.
Gothic, bare bones. Cold. It would be cold. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
true.
So
like it'll be good, but it won't be amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to look at what's above them, right?
Is there any? Actually, you know what? They do have their, and they will probably refuse to build on anywhere but a graveyard. And then if you look at their terrain too, it's, you know, it's
just like a mausoleum essentially.
Yeah, exactly. They're not really upkeeping anything. It's not like long-term thought. Yeah, I you know what, at the end I think I agree. And then Hellsmiths of a Hashut, like I don't feel like you could possibly put them in BBB just because it's like they're a dwarf.
They're dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, assuming that they are trying to help you out, it's going to be built dwarven tough, dwarven, you know, architecture, right? I think A makes sense. The only thing that, like, believe it or not, I feel like we have to revisit cities and we have to revisit Lumineth, even if it's just quickly.
Yeah.
We talked about cities the longest, so I'm actually fine with them being A-okay. Do we want to throw around the idea of putting Lumineth in S tier? Elvish.
I think we have to be careful about how many we put into S tier.
That's true.
Is a bell curve, essentially, right?
No, you're right. You're right about that. Absolutely. If anything, we should maybe think about dropping Sylvaneth down to A-okay.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like it is going to be really nice. And you mentioned Aqua Gyranis.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have any control whatsoever, and you're not going to be able to do anything with that house.
No.
Like it's a very restrictive arrangement.
Right.
For sure.
And it might naturally like encroach onto your neighbor's property, and you could like end up with lawsuits and that kind of thing.
Yep.
But
so
it
I think
would probably be free though.
Yeah, probably. Or very cheap.
Yeah, or very cheap. Okay. Yeah, what does the chat think? Maybe because I think other than that, I think we nailed it down pretty good. We could visit Ideneth again if we want, but I'm gonna put Sylvaneth down into A-okay. But what does the chat think? I would love to hear what the chat thinks. But then this does mirror itself quite well in terms of like the bell curve. You've got 3 in Dead Family, 3 in Semi-Pro. I don't think it ever has to be. Again, we're talking about like at the end of the day, if there are more S tiers, that just means that everything in S tier, like only, it doesn't have any, it's like only good matchups. Like I would definitely, I can see the argument for Sylvaneth staying in S tier just because it's like, I definitely would always choose them over everything in A tier. You know what I mean? But, okay. But in the context of the Mortal Realms, your house can now defend you, which is actually important. He makes a good point for Sylvaneth. That's true. That's true, actually.
I don't know if we are. I think we're comparing, like the tier list is about stuff in the Mortal Realms, but I don't know that we're building this house in the Mortal Realms. I think this is a single family home, right?
That's true.
Like in the real world.
In the real world, that's true. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
But like, you wouldn't need a burglar alarm system with Sylvaneth,
Nope. No, that's true.
He might kill the FedEx guy or Amazon,
Yep.
But you can, to be fair though, you can add stuff to your delivery instructions. It's like, put it on the glowing route at the top of the property, and then it would just bring your package in for you.
Yeah. Or send the delivery boy with the least amount of time left to live. Like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, if there's people who are lower on the totem pole that you don't really like, you're gonna lay them off anyway. Just send them. Don't tell them anything.
Yeah.
But like, you do have the option with the delivery instructions. I don't know. Honestly, Sylvaneth, I could be convinced either way.
I could be as well. I think I'm pretty happy with where the tier list is at, and they could be in either place.
I do like it. I do think I think this is pretty. I think like it feels weird. Here's what I'll say about Soulblight. To go back to them super quick. It feels weird that Soulblight would be in the same category as Hellsmiths, just like off the hop, right? Whereas Sylvaneth, I could go more either way. It's like I can see the argument for them just being like the absolute, like maybe even the best in the whole out of anyone, arguably. Very greenhouse. You don't have to, you probably get a rebate. I don't know. I feel like the water would be cold though. I don't feel like you could have a hot water heater. Right?
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think that'd have to drop them down into 8. Like, who wants a cold shower? Sylvaneth do,
Wim Hof? Or
Yeah.
Wim Hof or whatever his name is, yeah.
Yeah, Wim Hof. Yeah, exactly. I have his book. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all he wants. So he'd be super into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Inside my pyramid spaceship. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense to me, Keith. What about Idoneth then? Are they also going to have? I feel like they would have a water heater. It just might be like not the best.
That's kind of why I want to put them at bottom of S tier.
But they'd have great air conditioning though.
I know, but you would freeze to death in the winter. Like you would.
That's true. Yeah, so I guess it depends on where you live.
Yeah. It's like that's a pretty big downside.
That's a pretty big downside. Oh man. Yeah, okay. I think I agree. I think that's the right call. And the Seraphon would just have the best of everything except for it'd be made out of stone, which is some people don't like, but I think it's cool. Yeah. The only real downside to Seraphon, and it would have a good basement, by the way, because the ship like literally goes into the ground. So you would be over the property line for your neighbors, but they would never know until you fucked off into space. Like, I was actually like underneath you the whole time, jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they die because as you take off, their houses would be ejected into.
Who cares? I'm in space now. The joke's on them.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we really nailed it down. I think I like where it was. Hopefully everyone stuck around till the end and saw, you know. I feel good about this though. I feel really good about
I like
this.
where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, without further ado, we went a little over time. Sorry about the rocky beginning. But we got there in the end, and I really like this tier list. So thanks to everyone for hanging out. Next week, we will be doing the Sparkle Party Deathmatch review show,
Yep.
and we will be deciding who lives or dies.
Yes.
And also who also wins the best name.
Mm-hmm.
So stay tuned for that. And anything else before we head on out?
Don't think so. Thanks for watching. Bye.